whizzle on around, and where we go?
Are we there?
We're there.
We've got viewers.
Just double check that you're
3
working.
viewers.
You're on, yeah, 3 viewers.
That'll soon shoot up.
Sorry about I missed the start of it. It's just a bit of a mad rush, early start on a Thursday. I've got obviously me and Paul Stead. I'm going to do the first 25-30 minutes, and then Chunky's taking over. I'm not sure. Is it just Chunky till the finish? You and Chunks to finish, is it, mate? Or?
I think so, yeah, pretty much. I mean, Pato's obviously away in Doncaster, and
right, okay.
I don't think Tom can get in, so...
Fair enough. That's first match, first one of the GY number 1.
Yeah, it's hopefully going to be an exciting competition. Looks like Ewan's off to a flyer.
Yeah, he's not going to miss these, is he? Not on the Supreme anyway.
Rattle.
You reckon? No.
He's rolled it, hasn't he?
He's backed his pot in again, hasn't he? He didn't care about the fact he ain't got the best of angle on there because he knows he's getting it, and the yellow protects his white, so... Not the only one who's looking to win today, though. You got a nice little win yourself, didn't you, over at Showman's?
Yeah, a bit earlier on, yeah. Yeah.
What you might get in there, like I said, mate.
No, but no, obviously Foden's been over today with John Morton and getting used to the trying just to adjust to the table, really, ready for Saturday night. But it's going to be hard for both players because it is warm in there and it's going to be an atmosphere on Saturday. So, but 12 grand pot, what's a pot that is?
You know what it is now, 12 grand.
12 grand.
But do you know what? I obviously have a bit of affiliation with the Scully lads, or used to have, and now obviously being a Grimsby and such thing. I've been asked quite a few times about who's going to win that, who's going to win this, who's going to win. And I think
Toss a coin.
Well, I think it comes down to ability. Again, I know he's not like me saying this, but I think Foden wins. But we know when Reece is playing, it's not just on ability because. Again, I know we don't like this. I mentioned it to his face the other day when I spoke to him a few Fridays ago. Noxie, I think, is a better player than
absolutely
than Reece.
Yeah.
But Reece has unbelievable bottle. He don't get phased. He didn't play particularly well that night. No. I think Reece.
Now he's become way up. He's gone off the table.
Is
that Ewan's break?
Yeah, Ewan's break. Yeah, Dinny broke first. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the reality. I don't think Chunks has shared this yet because we're not getting
many viewers.
And,
let me pop my phone out and I'll give it a little share. I just don't like being on my phone while.
No, that's fine, but probably if Showman's will have it in theirs and
Showman's has got. I think they're it has to be accepted now. That's the one problem with Showman's.
I think if Cole sees it, they will do it.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will.
And I don't know if Mark Smith.
I'll just turn the volume down.
Mark Smith, the guy that does Whirlpool.
Yeah, Whirlpool. Yeah, Mark Smith. Yes, yeah. His logo should be popping up there in a minute because I've put it on yesterday, so I'm hoping that'll be on. I'm going to share it to my feed. This internet in this room is not particularly great.
Well, I think you could see a quick 1-1 here.
Do you know what a great matchup for the first game. Ewan's electric. I mean, the entertainer Gibbo he's rightfully got that name because he is an entertainer to watch. But that's the only way you can, for me, the only way you can describe Ewan. He's just an entertainer.
He's electric, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's just brilliant to watch.
Yeah,
and you got Dinny at school. Dinny, known him for many years, and he plays pool like he lives his life. He's straight on the. He's straight on the.
He's methodical.
He's very methodical. He doesn't make many mistakes. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Not sure about that shot.
It's 3 minutes. No, I think it's a bit warm in here. I think I'm on a little PC rather than the big PC at the moment. I think it's probably struggling a little bit. It will get better.
But yeah, I mean, obviously this is I've got the fixture list in front of me, so and obviously as the viewers pick up, hopefully we'll be able to entice some of the. Oh, he's gone in off. Oh wow. Oh heck.
We're just saying that I'm being methodical and not making.
That was a bit, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised there. I mean, it's early doors, so he's probably just adjusting, but I'm really surprised there that Dino's gone in off. That's mental. But what I was going to say, is, hopefully we'll get a few of the guys on watching that are in the comp, and we'll hopefully get some of these fixtures planned.
Yeah, hopefully it starts now. The floodgates open now that people see it because the comp lineup's amazing. I know there's one or two people that people are questioning, but the fair play to them. Want to test themselves.
Yeah, but I think the fixtures have fell kindly for some of them people, and what I mean by that is, if you look at the Jack Stinson James Reynolds game, that now becomes an exciting game.
Yeah,
and one of them's going to be in the quarter-final.
Yeah, exactly. And both very capable. I mean, Stinson. Yeah. I ain't seen James play for a while. James was up and coming thing, but Jack Stinson is a very, very good player, and he's got one of the best Q actions.
Plays the world rules a lot, doesn't he, and stuff. But, that don't make any relevance really.
No.
But yeah, so just while we see you and negotiate these reds. Oh, that's a lovely nudge.
Just looking at Stout Shading Scunthorpe.
That was a really good shot. But you've got Ryan Milson, Cameron Dunlop, Paul Clark, Jamie Smith, Pete Dinsdale, Ewan, which is obviously now. Oh, he's Mr. Red. Oh, he hasn't. And you know what? If that red would have stayed out, it'd have still been a free table.
Good, yeah. That looked fine. It's hard to tell on that. This isn't the best camera. The Dakota camera, this one, we need to get on a better camera, really, but I just didn't have time to do it yesterday. It's not quite as clear as the other one.
It's a great shot. Just a little bit of stun on that. Superb. He makes it look effortless, doesn't he, when he's like this, but then he'll get 6-7 pints deeper and then he'll be horrific. But good start, 2-0. But yeah, just going back to the fixtures, so then you obviously got Blanchard, Caborn. When that can get on, that's going to be exciting, I think.
Someone said Caborn's rusty today. I ain't seen him since the end of lockdown. Because didn't he play somewhere in Scunthorpe?
Played Gibbo and beat him 18-17 in a decider.
Ah, right, okay.
Blanch has obviously run the 10k on Sunday and got some sort of strain fracture on his foot, which is he's got 2 weeks on crutches.
Oh, right.
But then he'll be back. And then John Steele and Matt Pato, they're not going to be far away. They'll get their game on. Paul Jackson and Wayne Cam, interesting fixture, that one.
We all know Jacko can play. I mean, I think Cammy's favourite in the sense of, if you look on pure ability, because Cammy was, it's Wayne Cam, but I know he don't get much table time. I know he don't.
Yeah.
So it's
an interesting fix, that one.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jack and James were just mentioned. And then the one that really sticks out is everybody will be watching it because he's Brad Bull and Fryer. And it's not because the think Brad can cause a massive upset, but they'll be wanting to see how Fryer's playing because I think he's favourite. And there has to be a favourite in these competitions, of course it does. But it'll be interesting to see how Brad copes with it.
Yeah, do you know what? Good thing about this comp, though, and again, I've spoken a few. Everyone speaks about this comp in Grimsby at the moment. But I think a lot of people have different favourites. I mean, you saying Fryer, and I honestly don't think Fryer is a favourite.
Really?
I think again, it comes down to if he can practice and get table time and that, it'd be hard to argue against him. But I think Wayne Cam or Clarkey plays a lot of this venue.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
I know he's not playing particularly well, but then again, Milson as well. You can't count Milson out.
Well, he was my dark horse for it, Ryan.
Yeah,
because he's difficult and awkward to beat, and I haven't picked a winner because I don't think you can. I genuinely don't. I mean, I think you're going to have people you're going to watch them back and all that, but if someone said to me, who do you think the toughest opponent, I would say Ryan.
Yeah.
Because he's awkward, he's difficult, and it doesn't matter who he's playing. If he's playing well, he'll go for everything and he'll get it. Like he did in that session when he played you in that time and had that 45 minutes of just incredible pull. Blew him off table. But then if it's not going so well, like it did against Caborn, he'll get nasty, if you like, on the pool table and awkward and difficult. And he's got it in his locker to do all that. So, he's the most difficult customer out of them all.
But then if you're looking at that list, I mean, like you say, you just said that, and then you're thinking Caborn, but Caborn turns it on. It can be really tough to play against. You got Jacko. You say you got what? You can be Ewan.
Every single player.
They're all great players. Capable. Yeah, and you almost feel guilty saying one of the ones is your favourite almost, don't you? Because it's like they're all capable. I mean, it's an interesting one, mate. It's a good one. I'm glad. Unfortunately, I can't stop for the whole thing, but I'm going to go to work. But
what we need to happen in this game is we don't want you to sort of blast off quick, and then it's sort of that's a poor shot. And he won't be happy with that, didn't he? Again, it's early start, but what you don't want to be doing is letting Ewan get too comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, three frame gap is a bit naughty.
Well, what Ewan won't do tonight is we will not make the same mistake he did against Dan Green. Now Dan played exceptionally well and held his head, and he got his 6 frames behind, and from that position against Ewan to win the game is class.
Yeah,
and that's what Dan did. He kept his temperament and he just did all the right things and eventually clawed it all back. Ewan won't make that mistake tonight.
No. That's good. That's a great white ball, though. But the thing is, I mean, I'm trying to angle it in this, to be fair, this comp.
He was originally, but he had to drop out, unfortunately. Hence why that got part of his chance.
Yeah. I mean, because I think Dan Green could, on his day again, could challenge
Dan should have been in it.
He's the next big hitter for me. I know a lot of people agree with me on that. I know he doesn't have. He's a family man to eat, and he's got quite a demanding job to a certain extent. So, but he's great curator. Again, winning thirds at the weekend. They went to semi-final against Ed Cunningworth.
Yep.
And he didn't have it easy in the final.
To Ed as well, because Ed recognised that his levels stepped up. So he stepped out it's now the lounge comp
yeah,
now,
the elite comp,
Thursdays.
yeah, the elite, yeah.
So Ed's recognised and said, that's me done, and I think that's great.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, if you can recognise your own level, you don't need someone to tell you how good you are. You know, he's seen it.
Look at that shot, mate. That's so unlucky. I mean, it's a great white ball, isn't it? But like,
Wow.
but that to nearly cut it in from there.
They're the sort of shots that he sees that not a lot of people do.
Yeah, he's like I say, I mean, like I say, I think everyone in Grimsby knows how good his game is out there. He's been around for a long time now, hasn't he? So
He's our Hurricane Higgins, isn't he? He's Alex Higgins.
Yeah.
Does special things that gets out his nuts.
Yep. Yeah, like I say, but nothing but entertaining. Like I say, you can never ever get bored watching one of his games.
Well, he's asking a question here at Dinsdale. I don't know what Dinny's going to do here.
He's not got a clean
I
shot.
have no idea what he's going to do to get the white safe.
Well, he's got a pot. I didn't know he had a clean shot on that. He's pulled that out. He's a little bit unlucky, not to come on the other side of that yellow. You're the comments man tonight. What we got? We got anyone commenting? Many people.
There's starting to get some viewers on now. So up to 18. Green has had a good evening. Ryan Knox has said hello to us.
Oh, young Knoxy.
John Steele's taking an interest, obviously.
Yeah.
I expect all the 16 to show an interest in this game at some point tonight. Because why would you not? Because one of these guys is going to be in the last 8. And it's a redraw. So you don't know who you're playing in the quarters.
I mean, again, who do you think would fancy any? I mean, let's hypothetically speaking, we carried on in the same vein it started, and Ewan wins this. He's going to want to play Ewan. Do you think? Because I mean, some people might fight Ryan Milton's style might be perfect to play.
It depends what type of Ewan turns up, but he's got to win this.
Oh yeah, of course. Purely hypothetical. Like it's.
Hypothetically, you've got to ask a question, haven't you? But I'll tell you what,
He's asking a lot of himself here. But it's similar to the white. Yellows was part of them, innit?
I mean, we don't know how much Pete's playing neither, but he's always been a good cueist, always.
Yeah.
But you just don't know how much he's playing and where he's playing.
Again, it's if he's willing to play, he obviously plays for Bluey, but I don't think he'll play from the Bluey at the moment. But like, well, it's the same as Yellow. He got a little bit easier, if anything. But it's in, again, a black ball. I don't think that would have dropped. But
class, that. Very class. I didn't think that first yellow went.
No, long time. Again, he's queuing off the rail again. There wasn't on near the rail. So cushion. Sorry, people told me off for saying rail. Too Americanised, apparently.
Work. Don't think we're nitpicking about that, are we? We're not at that stage yet, are we?
Oh, Mr. Onigol told me off all the time for saying that. Correct me.
Evening, Dan.
Is he in?
Dan Walker. Yeah, he's watching from. He'll be watching from Scunthorpe.
Dan Walker.
Dan Walker.
Oh yeah, Dan. Yeah, I just played for Dan's team. Lovely lad, Dan. Good lad, Dan. Not very good at pool, man.
Come down and have a
Challenge me
go at the trebles comp, didn't he, a couple of weeks ago when I had the old COVID.
Oh, we did, yeah, with Dan Bray and who was else on his
John
team?
Martin's on camera.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Table 9. And Chunky's on there now, isn't he? What's that? Should we put the second stream on, just what time, boys?
What, have a chat?
Having a chat. I mean, we're still, just to mention, we promised a few bits before lockdown, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but we are still looking at these. It's slow progress purely because we're all busy guys in the end of the day. Just going to move that camera down a little bit because you can just see it's just sneaking on the edge of the table, isn't it? A little bit. You can see the top pocket. Wrong one. Let me just drop that, and then I'm going to get the camera. Sorry to peer out during the match.
All right.
But,
if it makes the viewing better for the guys.
If you can see, it's just been raised a little bit, so it's just that white bit. It's just covering the top pocket, and it was annoying me. So I apologise for that. When you see that, you'll see the camera moving slightly.
That's better.
It just puts a black band at the top of it. Unfortunately, we just need to move our camera a little bit, but it got knocked, I think, during lockdown, and it's out of position. But again, we're getting there. This camera's going to be changed soon. Me and Dan were talking the other day. We'll spend a little bit of money and get this camera performing a little bit better. But yeah, it's 2-1 back in the game now. 3-0. I know he's always won out of the game, but
I'm looking at these yellows, and I'll tell you what, I reckon these could go. You know,
who's in play? Dinny, is it?
Yeah, I really do.
I haven't got the red and yellow set up on this, so we can't say who's on who. But it's people forget to use it anyway, don't they? So I won't bother too much. Yeah, there's no. I can't see.
Does he leave an angle to go into that yellow? On the lots of,
what, near the black?
Yeah,
no,
I don't think he needs to because of his ability. I just wondered if that's what he's going to do.
He's got the angle now, but I don't think I don't think that'd be his intention.
I don't think we know value of doing it now. He could risk losing the white ball if he did.
I think he'll screw back up now, won't he? I think that'll be his last one before the black, surely. But again, he might fancy.
Well, it looks like he's going back. No, he's going to, like you say, screw it back up, hasn't he?
That's nice.
I fancy him to get these, you know. Even Mr. Wrighton.
Again, it's hard to say how clear is that them two yellows from each other. Can he get the bottom yellow quite comfortably? Because he might fancy that he's got to get a good angle on it because if he plays it now, he's going to screw right back into it. And he's flicking near the yellow, so he could put it near the red. But maybe you can go into him now. I don't need to. It must be clearer than it looks. It's hard to tell on this bottom camera.
No, he's not happy with that though.
It's gone too far.
I'm not sure he was happy with that.
But he has got this to get him out of jail down. Oh no, it must go. It's deceiving, isn't it?
Well, I sometimes look at the players' facial expressions, see what they're doing, and because it tells a story, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
you know what I mean? I sometimes, especially if you can see the face on camera and they raise the head or the shaking, and you think, oh right, so you're not happy with that.
So he doesn't just play this and just drop off onto the, push the head out of the way and leave himself a tough yellow, or does he try
tough yellow and all?
But I mean,
but I don't know what else he can do really.
If he screws into it, you're not guaranteed any better, are you? And he is screwing into it, both. He has screwed into it.
I mean, he's probably not left himself any different to what he did if he popped it in.
Yeah, and the red would have been tight on the rail. But I mean, in the end of the day, I suppose it's still queuing over.
This is a big shot early on.
It is. Again, I think he'll just go. I'm not saying what I would do rather than what he would do. He's a much better player than I am, but I'd just make sure the pot. You're gonna have a go on the black, so just make sure the pot, which is kind of what he's done, isn't it?
Now then, I think
you don't need that bag. You don't need that bag, so he's
no, that's what sailing. I mean, this is Ewan territory, isn't it?
He's taking his time as well. Do you know that? He's wearing his lounge shirt as well. Looks lovely in that, doesn't he? If he wins this, that'll be off at some point, won't it? See, that's.
I don't think he needed to do that, but he did anyway.
It's fell all right because he can now play the bottom of them two reds, and
he's queuing off the side rail though. I mean, I know it doesn't really matter to someone like you, and I get that, but I just think he could have made his route a little bit easier.
Yeah, I don't think he could have just dropped on that ball there and just rolled it, and he didn't need to do that.
But I mean, like I say, it's not going to make a blind bit of difference, really. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's very different. Isn't it?
I mean, there's no obvious route here.
Everybody's sat at home going, oh yeah, you and these guys, and then he plays a safety.
I bet you not a single person in our chat tonight would have said he was going to play snooker there.
Well, I can't remember the last time I seen him play a safety shot.
He played one against Gibbo, I think, didn't he? He told me about it 5 times.
It's the right shot, though, because he lost the white.
He's winning the frame.
But he's staggered me.
I don't see an easy option for Dean to get out of this.
A sensible Ewan. See how long that'll last.
Can you see the bottom jaw? Because he could. I think the only shot on his jaw, the 2 jaws and a cross, which I love that shot. But that's the one I go for. Is that I can't see much else. The black's blocking the natural side cushion angle.
Yeah, that's a pig of a shot.
If he can turn bottom jaws, that's all he can do. He's got to go jaw and across.
John Steele likes it. He said taking the comp serious. To be honest with you, John, I do think he had his nose put out a little bit by the fact. I'm not saying it was embarrassing what happened when he lost to Dan last week, but from 6-0 up, he took it far too light. Dan got his head on, beat him. He cannot afford for that to happen in this competition, and I think he does like. I think he would like to get close to being Crown Grimsby #1. If he don't, if he can't win it full, if he can't win it, I think he'd want to be in the mix.
I think as well. I mean, like we all know, Ewan when he was, or knew Ewan when he was younger. I remember him 16 and that. And again, I used to go drinking with the old QL with Dinny and a few of my other mates and that. Like Dinny used to always drive his Mercedes van over there, and we jump in the back. And he won it every single week. Ewan. He could have been the next big thing, but obviously he knows his life went a slightly different route. But I do think he feels like he owes a little bit back. Not owes it to Paul. Maybe wrong choice of word. He wants to prove himself a little bit in the pool world. And he has put some table time in. I've noticed him a few times coming in since lockdown or since the restrictions reduced. So.
Well, he potted it, but you were first.
Yeah,
unfortunately, them Reds, I mean...
He must have powered loads of bottom on there to do that. And I don't think angle was ever there. He couldn't be able to see the 2 jaws. I reckon I'm confident he'd have got them 2 bottom jaws. Or gone for it at least.
Well, I've seen him take stuff like this out a million times, so...
I don't think he thinks about this. He just pops
he's putting balls in it. I mean, he's got nothing to do with the cue ball.
The only problem is he can sometimes get a bit bored, can he, and play the overexcited shot where he puts loads of swads on.
I'm still actually a little bit shocked by the safety. I'm not even joking. I mean,
in about 15 frame time, you're going to be like, I'm still can't
like
play
you said, I mean, it's probably would in the frame. I mean, if you don't win the frame for me, I'll be flabbergasted, but...
Yeah, he wins this. Yeah, he gets these.
Just casually knocking in the
Up and down, yeah, a little bit. I mean, he leaves himself long, but again, these boys can pot these without even thinking.
These are bread and butter. He's an ex-snooker player, isn't he? So
Yeah. Perfect.
yeah.
Well, just
Mind
it's
you-
not perfect now. It's slowed down, doesn't it?
Actually,
Again, he gets it so, doesn't he? Without him
Yeah.
thinking. Without him thinking.
yeah, it's so casual, isn't it? But
It is.
then he'll be disappointed there, I think, because he ran out of position early on in that frame when he had them 2 yellows at the top left-hand pocket.
Yeah.
If he'd have got right on it, he could have dropped in behind the yellow next to the black, and he probably would have won that frame. And he's just left himself a really tricky, and it would have been a tricky yellow for any player. Really.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing
Because
easy about that, was there?
it was an awkward angle, and like you said, he had to just really make sure of the pot and not worry about what the cue ball was doing. But it's easier said than done.
As
Isn't
it was, he
And,
was absolutely perfect on the 8 ball as well. So it would have been a if we rolled it in, it would have been a good finish. But you've got to get him, haven't you? And that's the thing. I mean, you didn't fancy the finish, rolls up in the snookers. You'd think it'd be the way around, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, races to 18 will expose you because you've got to play a lot of pool for 3, even maybe 4 hours. So it's not out of his gift.
So we've got any more games lined up then for this? Is there any more actually in the calendar
Yeah,
yet?
James
Oh, you said that,
Reynolds
James Reynolds,
and
yeah,
Jack have put a date in, which is fantastic.
We've got,
Hopefully
what is the
one or
date
two
on?
of the big hitters will be on tonight. I mean, John Steele's obviously going to start negotiating with Pato their date. Another interesting fixture for me. I mean, obviously Pato's clearly not a big hitter. We get that. But I do think you'll see the very, very, very best of him.
And also,
because he'll get his head on.
He's an awkward player.
And I don't think John will take Pato lightly.
I don't think John Tito on that. He's not that sort of player, is he, John?
No.
I think he plays, his same game against anybody.
And unfortunately, Craig, Mr. Waddingham's just mentioned there, shame he wasn't allowed in this. It was just a little bit too good for him this level, wasn't it?
Yeah, we have
We're
to.
going to let him go in a couple of grade 0 contests,
Yeah,
aren't
we can't let him just sponge his money off that, can we? Can't let him throw his money about willy-nilly. This is G-Wine and Warman. We're not in Scunthorpe territory now. It's no, I mean, we've got to draw a line somewhere, Wads, unfortunately, and it's you're not a Grimsby lad, so
However, what we've got planned for the autumn with this sort of big 64 manor for over a weekend, he's not a pro, so it'd be allowed, innit?
Yeah, Cutchwood, yeah, he's not a pro, yeah.
So that's the one that Steeper and stuff are going to be getting involved in. It's going to be an invitation to not an invitational, but an invitation to anybody across Yorkshire, Lincolnshire of a certain level, and it could be exceptionally good.
It's gonna be. I hope we get a good local turnout for that as well. Even players that, I know he's a humble guy. I know John Steele don't class himself as an elite player, but he can take frames with anybody. So I'd like to see John Steele in there. I'd like to see Dinny in there. I'd like to see obviously
Half
you
of the
and
field
in
that
it.
are in this, I'd love them to have a go at that in the autumn because there'll be players coming from all over Yorkshire, all over the place, and you'd want to have a good representation. I mean, you and obviously playing it, Clark, you're playing it. Hopefully, we'll get Cammy out again. And,
Love to, yeah.
Let's get some of these guys involved.
Fryer's now a local lad, get him in there as well. He's classically a local lad, isn't he? Yeah, I mean,
I thought.
Milson.
I mean, some of these players from away that when they see Mr. Fryer in it, they might say, "Oh, I don't fancy it," because he's obviously well known across the whole
But they're going to get some
world.
If you get any interest like Craig Wadd's in there, I mean, I don't know if Tom Ballard would be interested again. But the tables are a little bit different, so I might not fancy it. But you get some players like that, it can generate some interest. I think you'll get Clint Hansen interested in that.
He's pro though, isn't he?
I'm not sure he is. Craig will confirm that. I don't think his class is pro anymore.
Wow,
I could be wrong.
imagine having a player like, but it'd be good. Anyway, so we are at 3-1 to Ewan.
Not much in it at the moment. Is it?
No,
I mean,
it's early days. It's a tentative part, but this is where you need to stay. Don't let someone get ahead. This is a big red early on.
I think a three frame gap from with Ewan ahead. It's quite big. That's again, you fancy Ewan to work these out.
As long as he can get into them 2 yellows.
Yeah, I think you might want to do it straight away.
Yeah, Jack Boyd seems to think that Clint's pro.
Maybe he is.
I do as well. Actually, I think he was going to play snooker.
Do you think
he might do?
What into the bottom yellow and leave?
Only after what happened in the last frame, but maybe not. He's going to leave the angle.
There you go. Oh, he left it. No, he's too strong. He could screw back and cross.
I think that's deceiving. I think he might.
Do you reckon he's got it? It looks too high for me. Oh, you're right. See, it is deceiving. It can look too high, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
It does
You've
make-
done more extreme stuff than I have
No,
recently.
but I know how he can make a cue ball work. I mean, if
Yeah.
that was any old nugget on there like me, I'd probably said absolutely no chance. But he can make a cue ball work.
Well, he's still done the snooker. That's 2.
Right,
In
he's,
4
sca-
play,
he-
this is the 5th
he's
round.
scaring me now. If
How
I'm
many
honest.
players has he had?
Only like 4 or something. But I can't believe he's played that because I thought he could have got them.
Yeah, I fancied it again. But he's playing percentage pull. Maybe this is it. I mean, he's playing against someone who will play percentage pull. Then he will not take unnecessary risks. He doesn't waste shots very often. And maybe that's what he's thinking. People
People will be a bit frustrated, but I respect that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because
Yeah.
I think, you know what, if a player like Ewan is fudging me up,
Do you know what? I'm not going to go as far as saying it'll send shockwaves through the field about, but like people seeing this with you in
Well-
snookering and taking out finishes, it
Well,
starts to. You know,
all of a sudden he's developed a big
yeah, yeah. It said he took how old is he now? Must be late 30s.
38.
38 years, and he's finally developed a big game.
Yeah.
And a good time snooker as well. He's done it at the right time. Because anyone can
He's
play
got to
snooker.
cue this
but-
nicely,
yeah,
though.
Yeah, but he gets this right. He's got the safety of the red being there, hasn't he?
Ooh, now then.
Does he back
There's
double?
no hiding place now, Ewan. You've put yourself into this position now.
Does he cut that? Does he back double? 'Cause I think he
Wow.
cuts. He's going away with his white, isn't he?
You told me, mate. He's lost the cue ball, and I think Dino gets back to the table here potentially. We'll see. We'll see.
It looks like he's going to. No, he's going to.
He's definitely got no hiding place now. Look at them reds; they're absolutely beautiful. Is he having a laugh?
So a minute he snookers and then it goes one off the rail like that.
Well, for me, I can't see him getting back to the table.
Fair shot's tough though. About White's planted on the rail.
He's a player though, isn't he, Dinny?
Yeah.
He's a player.
Can you see that one to the top left, do you reckon? The pot.
No, I think that's why Ewan played that ball. He's forcing him onto the... And he put the white on the back rail. It's a good white, but...
Swipe that a little bit. Although he's left it nice. That's nice. That's a good shot.
It's a safety shot. It's
Yeah,
a
I
great
like that.
shot. A lot of people say he missed the pot there. I don't think
No,
he
I
ever
don't think he
intended
went
to
for it
play
now.
the pot. It's a great shot.
He's walking away from the table as soon as he plays
Clever
it,
shot. Clever shot. And that's a little bit of, you fancy playing a snooker?
Yeah,
And I'll show you how you do it, son.
Yeah, we'll get a bit of toe-to-toe action. Well, that's good though. Again, that's what I kind of wanted to see. I wanted to see a bit of that. This thing is having to think about this one, mate. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a problem at all to hit a ball. It's just leaving bugger all on afterwards. You obviously don't want to just leave nothing on, does he? Who's back playing on table 9? Who's that?
Ross Milson. Who's playing, mate? No, miles away.
I didn't see a problem hitting the ball there.
Christ,
he went for the pot, didn't he?
He went for the pot. He was too ambitious. But I think he thought to himself a bit of shit and bust, if you like.
We don't pot. Yeah,
if you don't pot it,
yeah.
even giving Dino two, he's got nothing to do. He ain't got to develop anything. I mean,
We'll say Clinton's a pro, yeah. So fair enough, then yeah. So he can't go in it then. Look at Wads making sure he's not getting in there, and he's.
I wouldn't think that's caused him a problem where that red's gone, but I think it's a little bit careless. But I still don't see it being a problem at all.
No, it's good. It's fine off the cushion. Not be a problem, isn't it?
I would have thought that's hard to say, Dan, because
What's he saying?
we've been running flyers for this 64 thing in the autumn. I think it just needs to be entry, and I think you just need to bite the bullet, Dan, and have a go.
It's just a tight gate, isn't it?
It's just
really
not
is a
that
tight
dough.
gate. It's just a tight gate. I mean, do you know what though?
I do understand him asking that.
because I mean, for the players that probably haven't. I'm not going to say I got a chance because I think their level A one's got a chance, but the ones that maybe don't want to spend the money on it.
Yeah, I was going to say the only problem you've got running flyers is then it's not fair on the local lads that are just going to enter straight off the bat. And I understand that they're probably some of them are better like Clarkey and stuff, and I get that.
Yeah.
But if I did flyers to get a qualifier for it, Clark could say, "Well, I'll just enter the flyer." And win that. And
it's easier for a minute. Plus, there's less money in the pot then as well, isn't it? I know we can get, because we are looking to get this one huge, aren't we? The pot. We want it to be quite a big pot, don't we? We're looking for sponsorship, which we're going to negotiate, have a chat with a few.
I mean, you want the
people.
guys to be coming here for a reason to earn a good crust that weekend to play. So he's negotiated these, as we said.
Yeah, I didn't ever see the problem with these, mate. To be honest. I mean, this isn't the easiest of blacks in the world for someone like me yourself, because he's off the coach, but like, I don't see him missing this to you.
No, I'm just reading Green's reply. He's going to have a go anyway, which I think that's great. I like that. That's what you want to see. It's just straight in.
Too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, Dan Green knows how much I like his pull. I don't particularly like him, but I like his pull, and he's a lovely QST. He doesn't make many mistakes, but he's an honest pool player. When he does make a mistake, he doesn't go, "I'll tell you what it is." He's an honest pool player, which we know he's one or two people that, which is up to their right, they can do what they want really, but they never play a bad shot. It's always some of the issue that's caused them to play a bad shot, but Dan Green's certainly not one of them. He plays the game properly, and he's out of the QST.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always had a bit of drama in his match as well. Like say we had Cunningham when it was, is it a foul? Is it not a foul?
When I
had Pato, I had the same again. I mean, they had Cunningham. I mean, I must have had maybe 15 messages off different people saying that was a foul. It's definitely a foul. But we had
very difficult for us to be able to say that from what angle we could see.
Yeah, well, I was there live, and literally I was probably 10 feet away.
Oh,
but I was I went to watch it.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
But then I didn't have that good angle on it. Me and John Morton were watching it. We deliberately didn't get in the conversation with Dan being our mate, sort of thing.
No,
we don't want to create
a bias.
Did
call John over at one point though?
Yeah, he didn't look at it. He didn't look at the video. He deliberately didn't look at the video. They asked us both to go look at it, but we didn't look at the video.
Right, is it?
But then when I did get shown the video afterwards, because the Yorkshire project was there, and his setup was ridiculous. It makes
Hang
in.
Wowzers.
But yeah, that Yorkshire project camera system, his stream system makes ours look. He's probably he's got proper BBC headset.
Yeah,
so he's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he got his camera and zoomed in, and he still couldn't be sure if it was a foul or not. So if he can't tell from that, you simply can't tell. So I think the right thing was to re-rack, and that's what they did. So
yep. No, absolutely.
Hopefully, I've no controversy.
Obviously, I think Dan was a little bit frustrated by that because he was probably favourite for the frame to a ball in hand. But
I think Ed was actually more frustrated. Ed was convinced it wasn't a foul, whereas Dan was convinced obviously it was a foul, but it was Dan's suggestion to reback. So and he won the frame as well, which makes it better. So I mean, Ed Grummer said afterwards that he's glad he did win the frame, but I don't think.
Well, it's one of them that goes into the pool history books now, like many comps and wins and all sorts of controversy, and you could write a bloody good book.
So what's it,
I don't know.
How's he getting his red tie? Is he just going a bit pot crazy? Because he has got no angle
you
whatsoever.
told me, because when I think he's going to go from, he's played 2 safeties, and when he shouldn't go from,
wow. I mean,
he could have potted the blacker out there. He's absolutely wild, and
he's
do you know what?
On, really.
He probably deserves to get what he's going to get here.
Yeah,
which is nothing.
I don't see anything but yellows going here. And the thing is,
then he'll settle into the game. This goes 3-3, you're going to get a really good game on your hands.
Yeah.
It'll be both players settled. Ewan went a bit slapdash there. He was a bit wacky.
But the thing is, he had a yellow next to them 2 tricky reds that didn't go. So he went in one pocket. So in the end of the day, he didn't need to do that. He had the frame, he was in control. Oh, he pots these easily. Yeah. He's got to do very little with the white. He's got 1 or 2 balls to aim at every time. Because I mean, if he knows he won that too far, he's got the middle bag. If he was too short, he can go which way he wants to go. He's got loads of options there. I don't ever say Dinny ain't missing these. Not in a million years.
So 3 apiece it should be.
Is it 2? What's that? What's Steve Metcalf saying there? Sorry.
No, there's not 2 games. I think he's asking if there's 2 games on.
We've got a couple of games at the weekend. You got your comp on the Sunday.
I think it's because we mentioned about Ross.
Right, we just
Ryan.
It's we've got just our other cameras set up, and you have like a dummy screen. It's not actually what's being sent out. It's just something we can view for setting the stream up, and we're just watching that at the same time on table 9.
Tricky little yellow to negotiate, but it's no problem for Dinsdale.
Yeah, it's
this
got
goes
nothing
past
with
the red.
white, so very little with the white. Just put it in, drop it in.
3 apiece. Loads
oh wow! I thought he was going to roll a bit further, and I was about me saying no.
I'd have still fancied getting him that though. To be fair.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to nip to the loo, Phil. If
yeah,
that's
no
all right.
problem. Yeah.
Oh, I think Chunk started playing on table 9.
Has he?
Oh no,
it's not. It's Andre, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, is that a comp?
I'm not sure.
I think it is.
Is it?
Well, they're not like the top of game together normally, are they?
Ask him on stream, and I can put it on stream. Second stream. But yeah, we've got just I don't know if anyone's that interested or not. It's certainly interesting to us because we've got Conor Craig playing Sunday. There's a comp on the day, so there'll be 1 stream running for that, and then I believe
Hopefully, if Connor's watching, he can correct me, but I think he's playing Max Billingham at 6 o'clock Sunday. It was supposed to be Saturday, but because of the Wayne Foden match, they've moved it. So that'll be another one we're going to stream. I'm not sure whether comp will be on stream 2 or stream 1 and the other one vice versa. I'm not sure yet, but we'll sort that out. We're not exactly sure what's going on with that, but we'll get it sorted out. But yeah, I've got that running, so that's coming up on Sunday. The comp, I think it's a 20-man comp. Again, you can probably correct me in chat because I have no idea what stead he's running on that. But so he's got that Sunday, and then we've got the Conor Craig money match. I'm not quite sure what the pot is for that. Again, someone in chat will probably tell us. Glad I'm playing somebody else in my comp. So Ross Milson's playing Andre. That's in the comp, Steve. I can't actually stream that if they want it streamed on the other PC, but no one's asked me for it, so I wasn't too sure. Again, just reading your comments, mate. Sorry, just reading the comments. Yeah, no one's asked for a stream on that one either, mate, on Gladden, but we can only do 2 streams. We're changing the way the stream works a little bit. We can only ever do, we can still do 2 streams, but we can only do one of the blue ones, and 9, 7, 8, or 9, 8, 6, 7 or 6. We can't do 2 from 9, 7, 8, 6, or blue and blue at the same time. We could do one we really wanted to, but we were going to try and avoid doing that. So, sorry, what was you going to say, Steady?
It's Comp City out there tonight. That's a comp. So Ross Milson versus Andre is in Steve's comp, and you've got Adam Gladden playing Osborne in Adam Bolton's comp.
Well, do they want that streaming on table now?
Andre said that if you want to put it on, you can, because obviously there's people in Calcutta's and stuff. They're not bothered either way. But I suppose in terms of people that are,
well, it's on. It's on the cam. The camera's on. It's not a problem. It won't interrupt this one.
You won't see the score though, will you?
I can do a scoreboard for him.
All right, okay.
To sort that out. When Chunks comes over, I will. I'll get it all set up now, and then when I leave, I'll get Chunk. When Chunky comes in, I will get him to do that. I'll just set the scoreboard up on here, and I'll let you deal with these.
Right, Ewan's in a bit of trouble now. Nice. And that's an absolute horrific escape.
Do you know, I have to find it, a lot of these snooker players don't have the best of...
I'm sure he won't mind me laughing, because that was poor.
Well, he's an honest guy, though, isn't he? He's not going to...
Love it.
He's not going to mind. So we've got Andre, isn't it? Let me just try and find this and set this game up for him. I'm not even going to try and spell his second name.
No, don't. I don't pronounce it when I sell him.
Do you know the second letter to it? Because I've got to try and search for it.
D. Andre Dis.
Is it D-I or is it D-S?
D-E. Andre Des. It's S-C.
There we go. Dessert.
Well, it's Andre Summit.
For some reason it's not liked it. If I set that up.
So.
Again, you fancied, didn't he, for this? No, there you go.
I thought he was going to snooker me. Hey, fancies him then. There you go. Look. There's a I don't know.
Cheers, Stevie. But I've already found him now anyway, so I appreciate that though, mate. I hope isolation's going alright for you, mate. I was speaking to your boss today. So he said that you're on your 7,000th isolation. Starting. Sorry, I'm just trying to set this up stream while I do it. What are they racing to, do you know? Steve Metcalf, what's your races to?
Adam Bolton will tell you what is. I think they're 18s.
Oh, is it Adams on Ross? They're playing.
No, Ross is in Steve's, which is 15s, because Dougie was playing last week. So Ross and Andre's to 15, and Gladden and Aussie is to 18.
I mean, I can always set a queue call up for theirs as well, which
Right.
won't be a video to it, but they can update the score as they go, so people can tune in if they really wanted to, but I don't think there'd be much call for
We'll
that
just be able to tell
one.
the score on here
Yeah.
if anybody's interested. Well, that's a good shot. And now all of a sudden, barring the... I mean, he probably wanted the yellow next to the middle
Yeah, but
as his last ball.
if he can pop this and screw back, he can leave himself a nice little angle just
Yeah,
to come back.
and I
for it
think
again.
that's what he'll
Or
probably
even leave
do.
it straight. I mean, it's
I mean,
not.
he's surely not contemplating the yellow nearest the white now. I mean, it might be. These boys are far more.
Oh no, it'd be too much of a risk, though, wouldn't it? He doesn't need to risk. He's played that really well.
Screwing back then, Phil.
Yeah, it looks pretty straight, doesn't it? So yeah, screw back as long as you avoid the middle bag. You know you've got a great shot, haven't you? Unless he's got more of an angle. Yeah, no, yeah, it's
Don't going off though. No, it's fine.
Yeah, he'd be alright.
Good shot that. Just cutting it back a little bit, but again, these boys are top players. This goes home. It's 4-3 to Dinny. It should be.
And that'd be 3 in a row for Dinny as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just got that.
Now
Solid
he's
at the back,
asking
though.
a question.
Scoreboard that one.
I didn't, to be honest with you, Adam. I won't lie to you.
What's that?
He said, "Did you see the score on Gladden's game?" I didn't at the time.
What I'll do, I'll before I go, when Thingy Chunky takes over, I'll nip out and have a little for you, mate, and I'll report back to Steady, and Steady will let you know. Just gonna set the stream up on it.
I think what you'll find in this game, though, they will have a break at 10 frames. Because obviously Ewan likes a roll-up.
Yeah.
Evening, Tom Scott. How are you, mate?
That says Collins comp. We don't want that on, do we? Yeah, I don't know why I've ended up using that. I've actually swapped streams for this. It's not the better of the two streams. This one is it? PC's there one now. One thinking straight. What? So they're in the. You said that's the.
Steve Metcalf on race to 15.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
All right.
Can you just type that in for me without affecting my mouse?
That's all it. We're doing our best, mate.
Oh, I need to go back on it again. 1 second. It's not on there for 1 second, mate. Oh, I don't know what's going on there.
Right then. So it's another good smash from you, and you just got to find a ball. And the white
now,
is finished absolutely dreadful. Is that caps?
No. I got it. Yeah, go on. Do all capital. Sorry.
That'll do.
Then do me a load of space bars if you don't mind.
What?
Just space bar about 10 times and it separates the two. There we go. That'll do you. I click go. Right, I'm going to put ours live now. The score will not update on the Andre and Ross Mills one just yet.
It's taking the tricky yellow here, you know.
Oh,
It's
God,
found it.
Oh, wow, that's a
And I'll
good
tell you
shot.
what, they've gone quite nice. I'm not sure if the yellow next to the black passes down the rail. I think it must do. I mean, it's hard on this camera angle, but we'll soon find out in about 2 shots' time, I reckon. Playing it now. It's playing it now straight away.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if it went or not, but tell you what, Dinsdale, I'll tell you, if he opts to choose the red next to the yellow at the top end of the table first and gets it, you'd fancy him. I mean, I'm not sure there's any value in another red at the minute. I think he has to be brave here.
Yeah, they're not easy for me. There is a just negotiating.
If he gets that first red,
yeah.
but I think he's got to be brave.
What, you think? Try and cut this bottom one into the bottom?
Possibly. I mean, is there an hiding place really with these yellows where they are?
No, so he's a little bit tied there, isn't he? There's not really much to play. Sorry, I'm a little bit silent, mate. I'm just trying to set this one up on YouTube.
He's going for it, look.
Overcut it. You wouldn't imagine overcut there, would you?
He's giving a free ball. 4 apiece. Well, you feel that confident with these guys that you can call it. I mean,
with a free ball though, yeah, you'd have to do something catastrophic for not to finish these, wouldn't he? For someone at his level, his ability.
well, he's taking the long yellow. He's pumped the black out. Okay. Well,
Works, though,
he
mate.
can afford to waste it,
Yeah,
can't
it
he?
works,
Because everything else is dropping.
Surprised it's coming this way, though. I thought it'd go to the 1 mil back, but again, that's... Oh, yeah, it's cued beautifully.
It matters nothing to him.
Can I ask you to type on that keyboard again?
I'm just wondering what Mike's saying a foul is. I'm wondering if he's calling a foul on you, and you know, and have I missed something? Have we missed something, Mike?
Mike K-Bone?
Well, K-Bone will see it if it's there. I'll tell you now, he's got Hawkeye. Tell me what he's fouled on, Mike, just so for my own sanity.
I mean, we can't go in and do an interrupt him, but
he's played the black, and he off his first ball, bumped it out. So I don't know what he's fouled, but I'm sure Mr. K-Bone will elaborate. Yep, these bags might look big, Mr. K-Bone. I'm sure you'll choose to play on this table as well, but can you tell us what the foul was?
Just type in the game up there again.
What's
the Ross v Andre. Just put Ross v Andre, you'll be alright.
Is it capital still? Yeah.
Yeah. You've done the A.
Oops. Gone a bit mental.
That's fine, it's fine. I don't know what the standards are like in Tesco's these days, but it seems to be...
Well, that's so that's 4 apiece. So is Mike going to confirm the foul? Unless he's saying Dinsdale foul and he's just lagging, not lagging, but he's just a bit behind.
Yeah, possibly.
Obviously, he knocked the yellow in, didn't he? I assume that's what he's referring to, because I couldn't see a foul what you unplayed.
No, I wasn't watching as because I'm trying to set this all on, but I wasn't watching.
He just bumped the black off the rail, so I assume...
That means playing the black with his free shot, but obviously it was a free shot.
Nah, yeah, I don't know. K-Bone will elaborate for us, he always does.
Right, I'm going to go live on the Steve Metcalf comp when it loads up. Like I said, the score will not be correct just yet. I will update it when I leave, which I believe in shortly anyway. I'll put you back on with the normal lads. I'll put you on with Steady and Chunky if he comes in. But that's going live now, so you've now got 2 streams. You can watch this one or the other one. I think, no respect to the lads, but I don't think there's many people going to come off this game to...
Yeah, obviously it's showing it none at the minute, but that'll soon be rectified.
Yeah, I'll sort that. In fact, I can do it from here. Do we go off? Do we not got any idea? Let me ask Chunky what the score was on there, because he'll know, won't he? Because I can update you from here.
Surely Ewan's not gone for a break at 8 frames.
If he has, it might be a good time for me to dip out. I will update the score on the Andre and Ross Milson one.
I think he has, but we'll just double check. Don't go away, people. Find out what's going on. Surely he's not going to go for a break at 8 frames.
Hey, not a problem, Steve. Yeah, if I knew it was on, mate, and I sorted it out. It's just again, I put a post on the Facebook today, but some reason Facebook deleting it for no reason. But we are changing the stream setup a little bit, the way we're going to do things.
It's 1-0 Aussie.
It's 1-0 Aussie, is it?
And it's 2-1 Andre.
2-1 Andre.
I've decided to go for a cigarette.
Oh, okay. Well,
you've got to go 10 frames.
Yeah, we'll have a break anyway, lads. So we'll come back to that, and I'll leave you in the cable hands Steady and Chunky. Cheers.
see you. I like it. Oh, fucking hell.
I think the mics are still. Yeah, they are. I'll just give you a little telling off. He didn't listen to me in the slightest.
Yeah.
He basically turned around to me and said, "What are you, the rules and regulations, please?" I said 8 frames is a bit naughty.
Yeah, a bit naughty. Yeah.
Let's have 10. And then he turned around and went, "I'll just win 14-2 from here." I went, "You won't. You really won't." He's mad, that guy.
Right, I'm turning it back on, son.
Right, we've got Chunks with us now, as Phil said.
Now then, can somebody just give Matt Cabon a message, see if I'm okay to be on here?
Oh, now come on. No shots fired.
Nah, I'm joking.
But
I didn't actually notice that he'd been commenting, to be fair.
there's
Because I've been out there watching.
we've got all Action Jackson on all the games going on now.
Yeah,
so
it's good. And we'll try and update you with Adam v Aussie as well.
And Gladden and
Yeah, that's what I meant, Adam, yeah,
and then
Adam.
you've got Andre and
Yeah.
Milson on stream, so all good in the hood. And,
Well, I didn't realise they was having a proper game. I've got in Andre's way twice. Yeah, I've got in his way twice. I'd just kicked me out of the way, I think. So what? I've watched 2 or 3 frames of Pete and
it's been
Ewan.
okay.
Ewan
Been
started
okay.
on fire, didn't he? And then
No, I mean, Ewan played a couple of safeties at the right time, won him the frame. Dino's doing exactly what you'd expect from him. There's not a great deal in it, mate, really.
no. I was hoping that sort of Pete would be in this sort of scenario, this kind of scoreline, because he's in it. You know, he's in the game because he's not been playing a great deal. Obviously,
Well,
that's not an excuse.
Me and
but
Phil weren't sure, you see. We didn't know the situation with how much Pull's been playing and if he has where.
yeah, he's not been playing
He's
hardly
obviously
anything.
an exceptionally good QSO. Always has been for years. So, interesting, really. It's,
Yeah, he just don't really get a chance. He works I think he's office based at home, but he's travelled into Milton Keynes a lot. Oh wow, he's chucked one in there.
there's been 1 or 2 like that, but do you know what? When it's happened, he hasn't really been punished unless he's fouled or
Yeah,
like. We're looking at a table like this. I mean, I'll be absolutely dumbfounded if Ewan goes for these. But normally, I would say he would because that's what he does.
but based on tonight,
But based on what we've seen so far, I mean, he's
Yeah.
shocked me twice with 2 safeties he's played. So I think he will look for an hiding place here,
yeah,
which isn't like Ewan normally. But he's taking it serious, and I think that's commendable.
yeah, because it's all right having a laugh and a joke and saying like, you know, because Pete's not the quickest player in the world. But he's definitely got his head on tonight. Both of them have. But I mean, it's good to see. I mean, this is a cracking game. I mean, you've done well there, Steady, getting all these boys in that. I mean, you've done well getting somebody like Pete in it, to be honest, because he don't play a lot of comps. But you know, these comps are sort of.
Now then, look at that. Now then, it's been very unlucky, Pete, there, and Ewan's been a bit fortunate because I don't think he's particularly got an hiding place, and are you brave enough to go for this?
I don't know what you do here. I don't know if you just bump that top one off and snooker him off that one on the right hand side. What's near the middle? What? But then Ewan will just smash the one in down the bottom.
I mean,
doesn't
the
he?
only question I'd ask is, could he go for the pot? And if he don't get the pot, he's at least got the bag. But with Ewan, he's so good at developing balls. I don't know what he's going to do here. He's very fortunate as Ewan there, if you ask me, Junk.
Yeah, he has.
Because he's walloped one there. It's gone a bit wrong, and it's gone wrong for the wrong person.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I looked up and I thought, there's 14 balls going everywhere. It's crazy. I hope you're all well anyway, guys. Do you get a few predictions in? And
We didn't actually, and yeah, I mean, we had a conversation at the beginning around. I think it's near virtually impossible to be calling who you think's going to win the comp because there's so many good players.
I mean,
in
yeah,
it.
good luck with that. I mean, if you
So there's no point. So that conversation ended pretty quick. I think it's just one you enjoy. I just think this is one that the public can enjoy, and like you say, you have to give absolute praise to the players for putting the dough in and having a go because there can only be one winner.
Yeah, because I mean, really, the big boys get a bit of bad press.
Yep.
And they have done for a while
He's
since.
having a go at this, Chunk.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
he doesn't want that in.
He
does
didn't.
not
He
want
wanted the
that in.
bag.
I suppose he's not one to the rail, but they're dollars for a player like
Ooh,
you.
heck.
Right? Can he? I mean, now can he double this down into this bottom corner bag where he stood, and leave the white he's got to leave the white sort of that towards that.
Right hand side.
Yeah, right hand side anyway.
But he could, but it's a hell of a shot. It's a big ask.
I don't know what the right shot is here. I don't think.
Adam Leake's put the first.
Barstool player. Yeah.
Well, he's played your shot chunk. He's not got the double, but how do we feel? I fancy Ewan now. The yellow next to the black will be in the
think
middle
he's played
bag.
that shot thinking the way Ewan's playing, will he go for him? And he's probably going to get another shot. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Which is in.
As you said, the tough yellow is the one on the side rail, just off the side rail. But like you said, for these players, any one of them.
If Ewan gets close to this, he wins a frame. If he gets close to the yellow, I won't even panic if you don't, because these.
I think he's going to bump it out, which is a big risk.
How big are these two bottom corner bags playing, by the way? Huge, these two tonight. So he's doubling that then, because it's stunning this in now.
That's a bad shot.
Or rolling on and off, or what's he doing here? God knows what he could do. He could do all kinds of stuff here.
I don't know what the hell he's doing, but
he's playing the double 100%.
I
think he gets this.
It's a good double with the ball, but it's still. Well, I mean, let's see how good he is at doubling the ball.
Yeah. Pete will be giggling to himself here if he gets this, you know.
Well, I don't know what he's doing, Trump.
Yeah. Oh, he's played the treble.
And he's lost the white.
Played the treble. Oh, wow.
And now he's giving it. He's going to win it, yeah. I mean, of course he's going to bloody give him it. But
Pete will be happy with that. Extremely happy with getting given a frame there, I'll tell you now.
Well, it all went wrong. It all went pear-shaped, and there you go. 5-4, Mr. Dinsdale.
So, by Ewan's reaction before he played the one next to the black, he obviously meant to get on the one on the rail, didn't he, to play it down the rail?
I think
and then
so.
the black, then the yellow next to the black in the middle, and then the black in the opposite middle, or wherever it. But yeah, great double, poor positional shot.
Yep. Yeah, Dino went into a bit of survival mode there, and he survived, and that's what it's about.
Probably a little bit harsh saying poor positional shot, I think, but.
Ewan's break's been going well though, to be fair.
Yeah, and Pete's hasn't. I said that to him when Ewan nipped down for a smoke. I said, you just need to get that break going, mate, and stop going in and off. He's been in off 2 or 3 times, I think, already.
I'll give him commentators.
So, am I right in you'll be able to put me right because you're the organiser of the comp? Ewan's chose this table to play on.
No, Dino was out first.
Oh right, okay. I just automatically, because Ewan's on the left hand side, that's why I assume that. But obviously,
I think that's just the way Phil's
put it on.
No, Dino was out first, but the one because what we sort of said
shrewd choice, I think.
Well, we said if the players want to negotiate the table, they can, but ultimately whoever's the home player will get the final say. These two didn't even have a conversation. That's Ewan all over in it. He'll just turn up and play on whatever you want.
Yeah,
to play on.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably the one player the table don't really in the comp. The table don't matter against. I actually think
Clark is a little bit like that. I think. I mean, Clark, he's just he might have a preference, but
just pot him, as Clarky would say. Just pot him. But yeah, I think.
Safe there.
I'm not saying it was like a super clever move by Dinny picking this table, but I think he knows that Ewan plays in here a bit. So he's automatically assumed, I bet he plays on the black ball tables.
Yeah.
And he's right. Even though Ewan does play on anything, he would, if he said to him, come round to the house, I've just had the carpet fit, we'll play on that. He'd play on that, Ewan.
In all fairness, Ewan did say to me earlier on, if it was his choice, he would have played on the black ball. Right, he said that himself, but they didn't have a conversation and Ewan wasn't really bothered, to be honest, but that would be his preference.
It's bad when you just think it's a slight advantage, but it's not really, is it? Because you're playing Ewan Robertson, who's mad as anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he gets these.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Don't see where he goes wrong here.
No, it shouldn't.
The one what is queuing over is the only ball what he could positionally go wrong on.
It just went a little bit wrong for Dinny in this frame, really. It just went all a bit funny, but... he's got to negotiate one good positional shot here, really, hasn't he? And there it is. I think he wanted to be on that. Oh, he's run past it. I think he wanted to be on that ball to the yellow there. But
I think he's still alright here. Got to play good shot here, though. Yeah, well,
Drop. Drop.
The key for me, just... is he a bit awkward here? Oh, that's a cracking shot. That's a cracking shot. He was a bit awkward.
Yeah, he was. He lost the white a little bit.
Yeah, I was right.
Lovely pull. Nice to watch.
And this is why Pete will be ecstatic that it's 5-5, because when he's moving at that pace around the table and potting balls like that, it's almost scary to watch. I mean, you know, he's probably not been enough of that off him so far, but yeah, I agree, Dan.
Number 3-2 with Andre as well. Andre and Ross looks like a tight fixture.
Yeah, I think that one will be. I'm gonna go Ross to nick it 15-13. I think
Right.
on that one. To be fair, it's a game of these two. I've just not seen them about playing pool for a little while. Actually, these two.
Oh, Dino's found a good break there. He's just got a slightly awkward red and yellow next to the black, but he's got to take the plant if he's taking reds, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think that would be the first shot here, mate. Yeah.
Mind you, these guys are good.
Or the one in
all sorts, aren't
Or
they?
the one in the middle and open that up a little bit more. You know, screw into him.
Yeah, I don't think he worries too much about that, getting that red away from the yellow, really.
Thing is, with Dinny, if you don't need to risk anything, you won't see him risk anything at all.
Right, how's your look? It's not bad, you know.
He'll take that because he can use that one what's just come down here to get the other one out, can he?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thought he was at work, Dan Green. From what I hear, they don't do a lot of work at that place, actually. Is it raised to 18, this one? Yeah. Yeah.
Again, that was another thing that we sort of debated early on, but 21, I don't know. I don't think none of these boys need to play races to 21 in a comp. If it was on a money match, I get it, but
you know, I'd like to see someone who organises one of these comps. Maybe, you know, when it gets further down the line, maybe, you know, 18, you haven't got much room to work with.
Yeah.
But I agree, these boys need to play to 18. But, you know, like, say, semi-finals 21 or something, or finals 21.
you could have played about with the races that
you could, yeah.
got further on.
You've done, yeah, I mean, you've done excellent just getting it on, if I'm honest with you. Because, like we said, notoriously been hard to work with these. Not necessarily hard to work with, just hard to tie down, aren't they, the big boys?
That's just finished.
Good man.
See, I think he's got a little bit of work to do to get the right angle he wants on that second to last red. He's just going to run away from it a little bit. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I think he needs to play a very good shot here. I think he's just alright.
You think?
If he's straight, he can create the angle, can't he?
Yeah, there can be a bit more giving, can't there, the bags?
What he has said is he noticed these two bottom bags here were playing really big. Wow, and he said because they're playing big, he's made a few mistakes because they've caught him out because he's thought, well, I can play this like this and get away with it, and it actually hasn't.
He was a bit unfortunate there, but I am going to say it because Tony Miller says it all the time. Never leave your worst ball till the end.
Yeah, I mean, it was that position.
Tony Miller saying.
It was the position he had on the other ball, wasn't it? That what's cost him.
Because the problem is now, if he's left you in a starter,
he needs that yellow to run. Yeah, he's in trouble.
Oh yeah.
You will get these, I think, for me. Black's the hardest ball. I don't see that being a problem. Well, that's not the best shot.
Yeah, his white ball's not been great so far tonight, Ewan, if truth be told, a little bit.
Silly Potter, though, isn't he? Just silly Potter.
Yeah, good cueist.
I'll tell you what, how's that going?
He borrowed a bit of bag there.
I mean, he's borrowed it all, hasn't he?
Christ.
He borrowed the top bag there, I think, to pot that into.
Yeah, so this is all getting a little bit messy. I think he's all right. I mean, that might be our camera angle, to be fair. Yeah.
He's been lucky 2 or 3 times there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Twice, I would say. Twice, not 2 or 3.
I mean, that one in the middle was a bit naughty.
Needs that to run. I mean, this is a shot
Going
he should
around
have had
the
to
angles.
play. It'll check this off the top cushion. It'll straighten up. Yeah. I mean, this is... I know exactly... You'll hear him. We'll hear him through the ball say, I've made hard
Why
work
is
for
he
them.
drilling that black like
I
that?
know. Just
Why do it?
crazy, innit?
Because I can. Crazy. Good game on our hands, though. 6-5. What a starter this is. Eh? What's a starter for this comp?
That's the thing with you, and you don't know whether you're coming or going. You don't know if, I mean, if you're his opponent there, you're thinking, I'm coming back to the table twice here, I think.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, you're not. I'm just going to dish him like this.
Like I say, I think the only thing, I mean, these guys are class. I mean, I think the only thing Dinsdale got wrong there is leaving that that red till the end.
Yeah, I mean, he played 1 or 2 bad positional shots, didn't he? That was...
But you'd still expect him with the angle he created to cannon into it there, and he's just missed it, hasn't he?
Oh,
So,
he'll be hugely disappointed not getting into that.
you know,
I mean, he did well to... I personally think it was harder to miss it.
I know you're relying on a bit of luck sometimes with your cannon, but he'll be disappointed not to, to hit it. So, but we are what we are, and Ewan's dry breaks again, by the looks of it. I think so. Yeah, quick tally up. No, there's 6
I mean,
reds.
if you can...
There's 6 reds. He's found a red.
I think he can play any colour he likes here.
Yellows he'll like, but there's just that one to negotiate.
See,
And he's missed it.
I'd have played the one
He might have to play
in the
that
middle,
now.
in the left centre.
But if he drops this in, frame over.
He just don't miss up the rails as though that time he played at Showman's. He
Against
just,
Ash. Jeez.
made it look silly up the rails, didn't he? It's just... Pete just needs to get him slowed down again a little bit. Hello, Daniel.
Mr. Hornigold. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to take the yellow up top. And
I know
just...
why he's done it. I think he wanted to run through on the yellow next to the black.
Yeah.
But he hasn't got the positional shot. Now he's got to run around the angles, and he's gone in off. And that's his own doing there, because I understand why he wanted to get onto that yellow next to the black now. But again, cue ball's gone a little bit nuts, and for me, didn't he text these? Ball in hand.
I don't know whether it's worth him risking playing the yellow near the black here, play it off this side cushion onto the bottom rail. Or do you even need to play that?
I don't think he needs to. Looking at, I mean, I know we've got a funny camera angle, but I think he's got tons of room, more than we think. That's a great shot. Yeah, we've got 6 apiece here. Well, you're going to get plenty of excitement.
That black goes in, he probably don't need to move it. The top boys don't move it. We're doing alright, mate, I think. I think we're doing alright.
Yep, just as Chunk likes to say, just managing his work, minding his work. He'll be fine. He'll be fine, yeah. Nothing too exciting here, I wouldn't think.
I hope Scott alright. Yeah, well, I say when I had a bit of a talk to him at the break, he just said, I said to him, I said early doors, I said, you've done well from 3-1 down. He said, I was worried that he was just going to end up smashing me because I couldn't get anything going. And then Ewan missed that one at 3-1 where he should have gone 4-1 up.
Yeah.
And then Pete got him. I think he swerved around the ball, I think. Yeah, he from top of the table swerved around the ball, clipped it in the corner. And the game changes, stuff like that, aren't they?
Of course it does. I mean, at the end of the day, Dino can go frame for frame with anyone.
Cable wasn't even talking to me. Well, I should have known. I'm not called Steve. I forgot about the the draw though. Who plays who? There's some. I know there's some
Call
real
them
good
out
games.
early. You've got John Steele Pato. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
James Reynolds and Jack Stinson, which is planned for a week on Friday.
That'll be a good game, you know.
Yeah, it will.
And they'll both be happy with that draw.
You've got Jacko versus Wayne Cam. Bradbull versus Wayne Fryer.
Well, see you later, Fryer.
Nilsson Cam Dunlop's a good game.
Yeah, very good.
Is that yellow first?
Hey?
Or the black?
Nah, I don't think
no,
so.
No.
You and quit nipping.
Just, no one else has said. I'm pretty sure it didn't.
Quit nipping. Was that yellow first?
I don't think so. And I'm pretty sure if Pete thought it did, he called it.
Nah, never yellow first. I don't
Yeah,
think.
if he
But
did, didn't
yeah, he's mad. Why can't I find this stream? Oh, I just need to.
Yeah, one second black first anyway. I'm pretty sure it was.
Cow cutters on for the grade 3 lads. If you want to buy a couple of players of cow cut on.
Oh, they're live now.
Yeah, they're live now, yeah.
Who's the face of it tonight? Is it Collins?
It's both of them.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame, really, isn't it? From cause
Yeah.
It's one's taken away from the other, really. But so Dennis found himself on yellows, and he's found himself having to play the ball. He probably wouldn't want to play straight away, but.
Yeah, unfortunately needs must.
No, then I think he's got to play along yellow now. Pretty straightforward though, pretty straight. I think it's the old aged debate around grades, Scott.
The
They
grade.
could have easily let you in, mate, but if you'd have won it and been comfortable, it'd have looked like robbery. So I think the best bet is just staying away from it.
Yeah, but he's done a Foden. Yeah, Scott. He never ever in a million years a grade 3. It's hard though, because
That's a great
some people,
recovery.
Scott in practice has always played alright against me, and then in comps he sometimes I don't want to say lets himself down, but don't do as well.
That might be fair.
He don't do himself justice in comps, you know, and there's loads of people like that.
Yeah, I'm not.
I did it for a long time.
I'm not a great comp player at all. One day comps, I'm much more comfortable with longer races now. That is a hell of a shot. What a shot that is now. He's just got to negotiate the black somehow.
That's ridiculous, that shot, wasn't it?
I think because of the angle, he'll be able to screw back, you know. I might be wrong.
And just disturb something.
I could be wrong. Well, I think he can avoid the red and get on it. Like that.
Oh, wow,
How
that's so
unlucky is
unlucky. That's so unlucky.
That was the shot, though, and I'll tell you what, that was very unlucky. He either needed to be slightly less or slightly more, because more would have nudged the black forward, less would have been plumb. Very unlucky there. Now then, playing a well, an extravagant shot.
little bit.
That's the only thing. That I'm not even going to say a word. I'm just going to make a noise. I think he's been unlucky there. I think he was very unlucky to fall the way it did in the first place, because the 2 yellows prior to that was lovely. I'll look. I don't know. I mean, Ewan might tell you that he's played that, but he hasn't. He's played one into the middle, missed the middle, but then cannoned another red in.
Oh wow! And he's just got. I mean, Pete will be glad that's gone in. That second one's gone in.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Because then it's just an easy plant up the rail. But I mean, he's going to get these anyway.
I mean, the first one you just missed because obviously he was on your phone, but he'll be spewing about that first one because he went to play it in the middle.
That's another bad shot. That. I mean.
The only thing is, you haven't got a free.
Well, I don't want to say bad shot because he'd nailed this down the rail now and keep me quiet, you know.
No, he hasn't. But I'll tell you what, that's slightly off the cush.
Well,
these clip.
I think this clips, and I think you'd be a bit unlucky if you went up and down twice in this bottom corner bag, wouldn't you?
The only thing I'll say is, Greeny nailed a tougher red on Saturday, so these players can nail these shots. I just hope he doesn't talk himself out of it taking his time. Because there is no safety here. There's no safety. He's got to fully commit. Go
fully commit, yeah. I agree.
He gets this for me,
Big shot.
Ooh. Okay. Don't think Dino's going to make you and go plop plop.
No. No. Look, he had full-blooded. You either get it or...
Yeah, you got away with one a little bit there because, again, his
Yeah.
white ball was a bit... Well, I don't want to say rubbish, but it was just not what you would expect, should we say, from a player of his calibre. But, I'll be honest with you, I mean, the thing is, they can't even blame the conditions because it's lovely and cool out there. I mean, not like in here, it's like a sweat box in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Christ.
It was
Is
a bit...
Ronnie Gold still watching? Mr. Ronnie Gold, can we have a fan?
It was a bit... it was a bit warm where you went earlier, wasn't it, I think? We have heard. The boys said, actually, before I come in here.
Well, I've never seen the Iceman melt, Foden, and the Iceman was melting. So, Ewan pinches one there for me, in some respects. And we are 7-6, frame for frame.
Yeah. Pete was sort of unlucky twice there.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the yellow he played and to get on the black and then just to sit on the black.
I didn't realise, I don't know if it's... I've watched plenty of Ewan's pool, but has he changed his break? Because he just seems to put a lot into, like, his whole body contorts.
Maybe he's done a bit of work with it. I mean... Pinky and Perky.
I really want to buy him, but I don't want to put pressure on him. Young Ethan currently going for a couple of quid.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
I hope he does okay.
Yeah, I hope he does.
He's just got to learn to control his emotions, bless him. But he's only a young kid and he's learning. But Dan wants to be having a word with him before the comp and say, look, just take it as complete pleasure. Don't think you're going to beat everyone. And if he lets his arm go, he could cause some real upsets. He's a good kid.
I don't see. I think if he plays as good as I've seen him play recently, there's not many players who can beat him in that. I'll tell you now. He's just like you say, holding himself together.
Yeah.
9-year-old. Unbelievable.
I think that Dan said to me before, the problem he has with him is he doesn't listen to Dan in terms, because Dan's his dad.
Yeah.
So, like Dan said before, he'll listen when it's somebody that's an outsider. And I've said there's no better mentor than Johnny Morton in the world. The veteran. I mean, he's been there for donkey's years, hasn't he? He's the veteran. Hey, what's going off here?
I don't... He tried obviously...
Oh,
my
wow.
God, that's naughty.
On my phone. Right, I've seen
mental.
enough. I can't cope with this. What's going on here then? Can't do stuff like that. It's outrageous.
That's naughty, that was. That's naughty. I mean, he absolutely played a whiffy one to try and get on it, and then...
I can't answer your question, Terry, because obviously Phil's the man that sets them up. So
What's that? Sorry.
he's asking if the game's going to be streamed tomorrow because there's a comp game tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I'm playing as well tomorrow, but mine's not.
What's Dan's comment? I can't quite read it all. We say that at every comp anyway. I assume he's talking about Eve maybe.
Yeah.
But if that's what Dan is referring to, I think it's a little bit different this time because he's playing against blokes, you know.
Yeah.
And
I think he's improved that way. He definitely has. Like he's improved.
this
like,
will be the best learning curve and lesson that he'll get.
I mean, I know sometimes say, "Oh, don't put him like it," but I think he. Let's hope. I mean, if he don't get upset about, he's improved from the last company.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion. You don't care where he goes. He used to get upset when I was playing him before, but he doesn't even do that now.
No.
Beat me for a chocolate the other week. I was fuming.
I bet he was, to be fair, Chunk. I would
Yeah,
be.
I had my eyes on that chocolate all night.
Do you know what, Chunk? Jones has made a good point there. I've missed a proper opportunity to go now then, wow then, because that was a now then, wow then, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was,
But
yeah.
Jones has done it for us, so it's all right. Yeah, it was naughty, that.
Hey up, Doxy. Hope you are,
To be
mate.
fair, he shouldn't have had to do that, but it's good that he's got it in his locker.
Correct.
Right then, Dino, what's your reply? Because you do not want to start letting this lad get away
No,
from you.
I mean, and he's worked so hard to be
Yeah.
in the game, hasn't he?
Absolutely, Dan. But I think you're doing the right thing by letting him go through them emotions.
To be honest,
Let him get in the
I think
comps. Let him.
chuck him in at the deep end.
Hey, he might win. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm not even joking.
He's got the talent to win.
Do you know what I mean?
No, he's got the talent to win. There's no
but
question
at the same
about that.
time, the best lessons come from defeat as well, don't they?
Thing is, I think when we were all younger, like because we're obviously not far off similar ages, that it's like we were chucked in the deep end, and you had to. It was sink or swim, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've never ever played at his age. Not even. Well, I didn't. That's it. So, he's at his age, he's 2 or 3 years in front of so many. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
If not more.
When I look at the youngsters around here now, like it's just recently it's gone up a little bit, hasn't it? You know, like not the standard. I mean, like there is a few more
The popularity
playing. Yeah.
of the game is changing all the time.
But could you get us out of the old Q world back in the day?
No, you couldn't. But I
no.
just think it's a different world now because I think the fact that stuff like this, you're streaming games, you're doing stuff on YouTube, you know, everything's changed, and most of the top pool players now are ex-snooker players that don't really play snooker like they used to because the game pool's just exploded.
Yeah.
And not just round here, just in general, I think.
Well, this is one where if you're ever going to mind your work, this is the time.
Yeah,
He's got to play a real good shot here.
You've got to be very careful.
I don't know what he decides to do. If he plays the one in the middle, he's got to play an extremely good shot. I mean, so good.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Chunk. If he played the one in the middle, he could just roll through enough to create an angle on the red to the top of the black, not the one next to the yellow, the other one, to go around the angles again. But, I mean...
He's just going to screw off the side cushion now. He needs a bit of luck here.
I'm fascinated by that shot, and he'll be kicking himself.
One good shot.
I thought he could have played through the one in the middle, cut the one he's looking at now, go around the angles and drop on the other red. I mean, it's dead easy sitting here because you see a bird's eye view, but...
Yeah. I think he'll be trying to drop this dead weight in the middle, I think, will he? I don't even think he can do that. It's the angle. It's so hard in here because this is where it gets handy because you don't know what type of angle he's got.
Oh, so
He's going up
Chunk.
top.
If it does, this is a massive shot. Massive. Oh, sensational.
That's awesome.
Absolutely sensational.
What a shot that is. So
Wow. Especially with them yellows where they are.
I mean,
that is a sensational shot. We spoke about Ewan's red in the last frame. That for me matches it.
that's class,
I know that
isn't it?
because
That's
that's just a
class.
pure class pot.
Screw back into the yellow or just...
He deserves to get these now for that red. Oh.
and he's
the
just
red
whiffed
one's
a little
safe.
bit. Yeah.
I feel for him because he didn't deserve that.
No, I mean he's pulled
That
up
red was
something out there.
absolutely class, and if he loses his frame now, I really feel for him.
He'll be sick. He will be.
And the way the reds fell in the middle of back of the cushion. I mean, Ewan can play these, not with eyes closed, but he can be so confident because as long as he doesn't do anything daft for the white, he's not going to leave him out.
Yeah.
Feel for Dino there. I really do. Now then.
I mean, I didn't want to say
Now then.
what's he done there because he just ends up making a buggy.
Well, I think this is slightly easier than the black, but it's still a ridiculously tough shot. The black that he had to cut earlier.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's. I mean, saying easier seems wrong, but it's probably more negotiable for a player of his standard. Might be the right way to say it. Let's see. Let's see what he does with this. Oh, is he way too thin? Maybe a little bit of a twitching there, but not twitch, but a bit of nerves with that one.
Yeah.
And you will just roll that to the bottom peg. I thought he likes them sort of shots.
Just an extra 100 mile an hour.
Yeah, just strokes them, doesn't he? You know,
Yeah.
it was, you know, it's his bread and butter. So, feel for Dino there again, just, yeah. Right, we'll nip and get a drink. Do you want one?
I'm alright, thank you. Is that 9-6 now?
9-6, yeah.
Yeah, so 9-6, so Beat's in a bit of trouble now.
I'll tell you while Gladden's getting on as well.
Yeah, nice one. Steady just nips out for a drink. And Pete is in a little bit of trouble here for me. This is probably... Obviously, you'd need to win every frame, but this is the big one for Pete. He cannot lose this frame for me. Can't go 4 behind against Ewan, who just melts for fun when he's in front. Ridiculous front runner. Can't be taking yellows here, any? Yeah, he was just trying to miss that black, wasn't he? Obviously trying to cannon into the black to get them open. That's not a bad shot. So we'll find out Gladden versus Ozzy's score when Paul walks back in. Andre beating Ross Milson 5-3 at the minute, but that's going to be a tight game for me. All the way, that one. Meanwhile, Ewan is... will he go for these? Will he bump the yellow out? Yeah, that looks like the shot, doesn't it? Just bump the yellow, surely. Nope. Clip this in and get it out. Be good some shot if he gets this, wouldn't it? If he gets this, cracking shot. I'll tell you what, gonna be close. Oh wow. Wow. I mean, that's just Pete's luck in the last 3 or 4 frames, that, isn't it? You know, that black destined to drop that. Good recovery from Ewan.
So there's a superstars out there tonight.
There's a few in, isn't there?
Colin
It's,
Craig's
you
in
know.
with the Bennett boys.
Oh yeah, I forgot they was in at 7. I just missed him, haven't
You've got Gladden is 4-3 down. And obviously you can see what the score is of Andre and Ross. And I just said to Johnny Morts, because he's obviously sat at the other end of the room, I said, how come you're not watching Ewan and Dinsdale? Dinsdale, he went, oh, I don't like to watch Ewan, he's a banger. That's what he said.
I? Brilliant, John, isn't he?
Yeah, John's had a few fights now.
Yeah.
I don't like to watch Ewan because he's just a banger. It's not proper pull.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
When I in the grading thing the other night, when I put about what I thought of his my opinion, that's the whole thing, and he beats you by 5 or 6 chunks, didn't he? I thought, yeah, you've had a beer, John.
Just brilliant. Just say it the way you want it, then, John. Ewan's a banger, and it's not proper pull.
I'm trying to
Okay.
bid for young Leighton here, but his dad's getting involved. Let's make his dad pay a bit.
Well, here we go then, didn't he? He's still got a bit of weight to do here, though, Chunk. Can he get both bad reds out with one shot? Are we saying yes, Chunk? He can, yeah? He get both bad reds out with one shot. He's got ball in hand.
We have just missed what went on a second ago. So he was on his second to last yellow,
He hadn't attempted to.
and the yellow was up there, sort of near where the black, and he cannoned the black and nudged it over the bag. And how the black didn't go in, I don't know.
Then he's going to snooker him again. But if he leaves Ewan, he can't leave Ewan the pocket shot. And I don't think he has. You know where he comes off the jaws and across, because he likes them a lot. But he hasn't left it. But what he has done is he's left him another chance to get the line right for this with a treble. And he's got it wrong again. Now he takes these. 9-7. That's the one, Greenie, and that's what he did. I mean, like you say, you always run the risk of letting someone like Ewan, or any player really, get the line right for another go at that yellow, but he didn't get it right. Then now he's got ball in hand, he's got no bad red, and the black, well, is an absolute plop. So it's 9-7 if Dino just negotiates these, which is formality.
Yeah, I agree. Should
Absolute formality, these Chunk. Even Greenie would get these. Bing bang bosh. 9-7. We go. And it was an important frame to win. Really. No, Adam, it was always 18, mate. Sure, Adam had like. I'm sure Adam. Oh no, I thought it was Adam Ball that commented there. No, it was 18's Orca. What's it? How was he? How was he commenting? Hello.
this is for Leighton.
How was Adam Walker commenting
No,
on this and doing that?
He'll have it.
And why is he looking at the camera? Wave, Adam, wave. If they've got it on, Paul or Adam can give me a wave. God knows. Very good evening to the Jackal. Hope you are well.
Because obviously Lake's not going to whip 30 quid out and go, there you go.
Just give me a wave. Whee!
He's not going to whip 30 quid and go, there you go, Uncle Chunky, is he? Thanks. Yeah, look. Yeah, sorry, Paul, we didn't ask you for one.
Evening, Stephen. Oh, you're having a laugh. He's gone for another fag. He's starting to get on my wick. Can't go for a fag every 8 frames. Right, we'll take 2 minutes ourselves then while Chunk does some bidding.
Yeah,
I was going to turn the mic off, Chunk. No point in being on. And be back in 5 minutes, I suppose.
Yeah. See you in 5, guys.
was.
Yeah, so Adam Gladden even versus Aussie is 4-all.
It means he's won 2 on the bounce. He was 4-2 down last time I looked.
Right, okay.
Good finish, Ewan. That's a quick frame. Boom, boom.
Got a message of Adam saying thanks for you've just cost me extra money bidding me up against for Leighton. So what bidding you up? I really wanted him.
No, I would back you up on that. He's probably not watching this. He's probably watching the.
Yeah, I really wanted
But
him.
he did genuinely say he's a player to be had. In all fairness, in that field.
That's not a player. Here we go then. Another big frame for Dinny. He needed to win that last frame. He did. This one.
No, Ewan won that. Ewan just took them out. Definitely.
So what is it? 10-7.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ewan just come straight back and gone pow pow.
Has he?
I think it was a reverse dish, really.
Oh wow.
Andre
sorry.
just asked Ross if he wanted a comfort break, playing straight through. Which I think when you're 7-3 down, take your time, take your chance, have 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Because are you trying to play through? Are you trying to play through a difficult patch, or is it a good time to just reset and just adjust and reset? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ross knows who's
When
better
he's
than me.
7-3, you don't want to when he's 7-3 in front of you.
You don't want Andre go. If you had took a break now, I mean the thing is Andre smokes as well, so perhaps Andre has nipped out for a fag because they're not actually playing at this minute in time. So right then.
So we missed a frame by sitting down, but Steady sort of didn't miss it because he said he.
We've got ball in hand.
So I mean, I say again, he actually needs to win this frame. He does not. I said earlier, when he won the frame before the break, I said you don't want to go for
A race to 18. Now we're getting into
business end.
Yeah, we're getting close to it. You don't want to be 4 frames adrift. Ewan isn't chugging pints. That's the thing. So Dinny's going to need to play some good match play pool here.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be all right with these yellows.
Does that yellow go past on the
I
left hand
think
side?
so. It is Chris. This is
Can he go
the
back there? He wants to.
16
Oh, no, he's not playing for the
Grimsby
Eagles.
number 1 comp. So yeah, this is the first match of it, and Ewan and Dinsdale are the first ones to chuck their self onto the stream for it. Bless them. So you if you just joined us, you're in for a good back end of a game, I think.
Yeah, I think definitely in for a good game. I mean, I've been friends with Pete a lot of years, so obviously I want Pete to win, but I think he's just going to come up short tonight.
It's a tough ask, and like you say, Chunk, we don't know how much Dinny's been on the table.
I'll tell you what though, if he gets through Ewan tonight, dangerous.
Well,
Be careful.
the draw's got to be kind to him, I think.
Yeah, of course,
because
yeah.
you know, you let's say for example, hypothetically, he beats Ewan, and all of a sudden, I don't know, let's say Fryer beats Bradford, just for hypothetical reasons, because I won't want to rank anybody out.
Exactly.
But then you run into Fryer, it's a bit of a misfortune, isn't it? Or you know.
Yeah, it's a bit minging. Yeah. There's to be honest though, you've created a tournament where it genuinely is. Every draw's like, ooh.
Every game's got
'Cause
a talking point.
All the lads can play, like even the lads who you would, necessarily grade wise, you would put at the the lower end in it. They can all play, and the lads who are in it of that ilk raise the game when they play the better.
Well,
players.
I was going to say that there's some players in there that have got some exceptionally tough draws. Brad being one of them. James Smith against Clark is exceptionally tough. But I tell you what, you'll see a totally different type of play from Brad and James Smith and Pato. So let's not just write these guys off just yet.
No, I think you'd be a fool to do that.
Because Tony Miller proves one thing: upsets can be created.
No, he was always favourite.
Against Jamie.
You step inside Miller's head, and who's favourite for that game?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Nah, bang on, mate. The money there with Miller.
Took these ever so well. yes, he had ball in hand to start it off, but he's still got to get them in. And
He had to go up and down a couple of times and get a...
he's took them really well. And I tell you what that proves is Pete ain't going away.
Yeah.
And it only takes Ewan to have a lull or Pete just to really take off and 300 bounce, and all of a sudden...
Yeah, I mean, I've got this down as a bit of a sort of a... I said I think... obviously want Pete to win because I've been friends with Pete a long time. No, nothing against Ewan, fantastic player. But I think Ewan... I don't want to say pinches it, wins it.
It'd be
18,
interesting to
15.
see what people think the scoreline will finish now that we've seen 18 frames of it. I mean, they're halfway there. They've played half the amount of frames that are allotted to the game. So where do people think it finishes 18-16, or is that 2 frame gap just going to be there till the end? Don't know. I don't know. The one thing I know after commentating on these sort of games for a long time now is you have some mental twists and swings.
I mean, how many twists we had other games we've done? With
Crazy.
Whether it be me and you and Pato, me and Pato, there's been some mental, and others.
Yeah.
But there's been some crazy games, and there's always something what happens. I mean, I look back to when we had the, we ever got on out there with the commentary booth out there, with the computer out, we did ever so well out there. And I look back.
You can go over it now.
Well, one of the games what I remember really well while I was out there was Lee Harrison versus Denty.
Oh yeah, some controversy in that one.
Yeah, and Denty picking up the ball, and then Lee Harrison asking me whether it's a foul or not, and I said to him, "You know full well it's."
Yeah, it's a little bit naughty.
Yeah.
Right
I'm
then,
talking to Tony. His son's in that tournament. He's just come in and commented. But is this the one where Ryan Miller is favourite? Is your son? Of course, he's favourite.
Well, I think he was playing for something else there. Oh heck, that's not gone well at all. Although he's not left a particularly easy starter. Maybe he has. You went straight down to that. Yes. Cheers then. Thank you very much. That's one of them. Yeah, he's opened that bag up ever so nicely for Ewan, and the yellows ain't gone particularly nice. So this could be a gift.
So that's the problem now. Is like we say, we're not. If it's like 12-10, you'd be saying you don't really want to be given another frame away.
Well, the fact that Ewan's second his time must show that he's trying to work out how to negotiate that difficult red on the right hand side. So that's a good sign, I suppose, because he's not rushing to the table and just whopping balls in. He's got to think about it. But I think he's going to try and do it now, Chunk. But I don't think he's left the best angle. I think he'd have preferred to have been straight on that and then dropped him behind it. But he can do it, with stuff with a cue ball that I only dream of.
It wouldn't surprise me if he's perfect. Well, yeah.
You can't class that as a pop out in my eyes now because he's hit the ball that hard. That's outrageous. Well, Pete takes control of the frame here for me.
Yeah, just he's got to drop this in dead weight, or does it even go past that?
It goes past it. I think what he's looking at is he could play the three yellows, couldn't he? But he don't want to be potting the one nearest the bag. He ideally, unless he can play it in such a way where he opens the other two up as well at the same time. But that's a very confident shot, isn't it? And maybe that's what he's going to look at doing. He's left an angle to be able to do that. The white's going to come back out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's.
I think he can be a little bit brave here, actually.
Yeah, because he can get close to that other ball up there.
Either the yellow's going to cover the bag or it's going in, and there you go. He's been brave, and now's your luck, and it's absolutely poor. Well, it's a poor for him. It's not his fault.
Can he drop this in down the rail and finish that on that one? As in,
He might be able to drop that in the middle, you know, Chunk. I just think he's been unlucky. I think he was very unfortunate there. And that's not a poor shot. He's just had absolutely no run or luck there. Really, is the way I look at that. If he can just niggle that into the middle, the only problem he's got, Chunk, he's going to then be creating a bigger angle, and it'll move him away from that yellow next to the red, where he really wants to be straight on this yellow on the rail, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he can just drop.
Because, to be honest, that's the reason why I think he will go the rail shot first. But I don't know. If he feels he needs to check that now, you know.
It's a bit of a mess. He's going to the middle.
I'll tell you why, because that red's over this corner bag. So if he were to take that ball last, oh wow.
That's okay. I think he might be okay, Chunk, but it's... I think he can just play away from that yellow with a bit of bottom. But again, the camera angle's it's not great to be able to tell you that. These are big frames. These are tense frames. These now, you start losing frames in this area and against you. Yeah,
nearly a good shot.
Yeah.
He thought of he played a black ball shot there. What I call a black ball shot.
I was just about to say, do you think Ewan's going to play that red next to the yellow? But he's played a safety. Unbelievable, eh?
Crazy. Pete will be praying that he's totaled. Because you do not want to see any. You don't want to see any of the.
I think because of how close to the red he is with the white, he can't see that yellow at all.
That's a good shot.
That's a good return, really. I suppose the only thing is, Ewan can pop that red and get down and hide behind his bad red if he wanted to.
I think he might even try and bring it out now and just say to Pete, "Can you get him?" You know, come off the top cushion and just nudge it down a bit further. Look.
Yeah, these guys have a total... Well, this guy in particular has a total different mentality to anybody else I've ever come across. He's insane.
Is this... Obviously, it depends where the white goes, but is this corner bag a bit of a big bag with that yellow being there? Can he play it, that yellow in this bottom corner bag off the red? That's on for me. Obviously, you have to get good position behind the white.
These guys just think on a different level, don't they?
Yeah,
I'm potting the easy red and hiding behind the red at the bottom. Look what he's doing here.
Hang on.
He's left an angle.
I'll tell you what, I think he's playing this off the red here.
Yeah, I think you might be right, Chung. Look, if he goes for it, it's...
He's just... Actually, I don't think I might, because he's just looked whether the yellow passes. This will tell us, won't it? If he doesn't pass, he's playing it off the red. He has to. It passes.
Flies him.
Wow. Yeah, I just see him come round. You just see his flip-flops.
Just think on a different sort of world to me. I'm potting the easy one and hiding. Well,
so
Ewan's got...
didn't go.
He's trying to pinch a bit of the bag, wasn't he?
Yeah, he didn't go. I think...
He's getting Jimmy Rookered now.
He's in a whole set of trouble. Yeah, you're in an absolute world of pain here. I didn't think Ewan was going to... I thought he was just going to flick off on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know the value in playing it like that. But...
So you'd have flicked off it on the bottom cushion.
Well, all I'm thinking is, even if he gets ball in hand, and I know we're talking about a class act, but he's put a red in the middle of the back of the bolt line, and he's got to get rid of that yellow. So... That's my only thought process, but...
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. Now, what does he play now? Does he...
Well, this is just insane.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? So he's tried to get that red out, hasn't he, at the same time?
He might fancy it down... he is a quality player, and he's great along the rails, so I'm sure that red is no big deal to him, but when I'm looking at it,
It's a tough shot.
Well, I'm certainly not doing what he did there. But that's why he's him, and that's why I'm me.
Yeah.
And he's class and I'm a nugget.
Well, I won't go that far, mate, but it's mad, isn't it? I mean, just try and, be a fly in Ewan's brain. Just imagine that, just the thought process.
Crazy, mate. Crazy.
You reckon he's got a little hamster in his head doing like kung fu or something?
I wouldn't like to think what's in Ewan's head.
It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, that I know for a fact Pete wouldn't have played that shot.
Yeah, but, I mean, he's been a little bit unfortunate there again, Pete, hasn't he? I mean, and there's only so many times you can say it before you start saying, well, does fortune become your own? Are you creating your own misfortune? And I get that. But again, I think a couple of times in that frame, Ewan's played a couple of little eccentric shots that's gone in his favour against Pete. I'm not saying that, Ewan's not done today to winning them frames, but I think Pete's had a little bit of bad luck there.
What we're in now, though, Ewan's on 11, so we're 11-8.
Well, they need to put it on, because, there you go.
We're on 11-8 now, yeah, so we're now getting into that territory where Pete can't keep winning one and then losing one, winning one and losing one, because Ewan just wins. Yeah,
at some point he's got to sort of...
Yeah, he's got to win 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah, and that, look at that break again, it's colossal.
And I mean, if he don't win this frame, he has to somewhere win 4 frames in a row without him replying, doesn't he?
Very difficult.
And that's so tough.
It is hard, that.
It's so tough against anybody, isn't it? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, Stephen Smith said it's chalk and cheese, these two. I assume he means contrasting style in as opposed to ability. And then obviously I think K-Born's analogy is even better. Selby and Ronnie, there's a bit of that, Yeah,
I agree. I agree with Mike K-Born.
Well, if I can do anything good out of this comp, it's to get you two to agree on something. But no, but Mike's right. I mean, how Ewan described Pete earlier was probably a little bit not rude, but he described him like being like Ebden.
Yeah.
Because Ebden was a good player.
Yeah, yeah.
And but I think that's how Ewan described him. I won't go that extreme.
The thing is, Ewan's the type of player who, if somebody don't play like him, he's like, why? Questions it.
I mean, Dan just said it's beer nakedness. I mean, to be honest with you, he has had a few beers, but Ewan's got a very high tolerance. It's once he gets to a certain place, it's pointless. But I do think he's shown the utmost respect to his opponent and the competition, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, and fair play. Because I see the little he put. Then he said have that. He was obviously joking, wasn't he? But he said something like, "Got 4, have we got enough hours in the day or something to play him or something?" Didn't he? And
I'll tell you now, mate. If he runs into Ryan Milson, he'll be talking about hours in the day. Because Ryan, if he needs to, will make it really hard for him.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. We had this conversation. I'm very difficult customer, Ryan, when he wants to be. So you might have to face a player that does that, but makes it awkward and dirty and horrible. And if you're the best, you'll find a way.
You've got to adapt, haven't you? That's the thing. You've just got to try and adapt and overcome. It's tough. Even at like our level, Paul, you've got players like Tom Scott who just make it so hard for you. It's unreal.
Yeah, awkward.
But they paid money into the comp.
They can play how they want.
How they want.
Yeah. You can have an opinion, you can have a moan, you can have a whinge, you can do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, if that's the way they play the game, then you've got to let them get on with it.
Like everyone's got a strength, haven't they? And just going back onto using Tom Scott as an example at our level, Tom Scott's that's his advantage, isn't it? You're just slowing people down. And
look at that comp they did last year that Billy won. He deserved to win it, and in the final, Dougie didn't have an answer for him because Billy did everything at his own pace and played exactly how Billy wanted to play. He controlled the final from start to finish. In actual fact, and he's got every given right to play like that.
I played him in his house
shot
during the lockdown.
This is a tough cut.
And I was something like 8-1 or 8-2 down to him, and he had like 7 dishes, I think. So he can play, Billy. Like
he's capable. He's a good player. He's got Scotty Oates on Sunday in the
Was he?
Yeah, in the long races combat. That's not Adams, that's Steve Metcalf's.
Yeah.
So, that'll be interesting.
That's
a great talk about run.
Is that? He really hasn't had any, has he? I mean, I'm not just saying that.
That's filthy.
It's wrong, isn't it? It's so...
I mean, what? Oh my lord. Wow. That's awful. I just feel for him.
Yeah,
I do. I've said it a couple of times tonight. I just can't believe it.
He's not been rewarded for some of the good shots.
And then these become ploppings for you, and
Yeah.
it's like, wow, crazy. Well, I'm not sure they've gone in that order.
I'm not sure what he's done there, but he'll just get money in the US.
He will, and that's fine. I can't sit here and criticise the way he's gone, but I have no idea why he's gone that way.
Just look at this. Look, he's just. Do you know what I mean? And now he's just going to drop that in 2 cushions.
Well,
Finish put on the black. And I mean.
and he even left the white where it would have been hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't going to miss him that, but he's just sick.
I mean,
But I feel for Pete there, because that was an exquisite yellow, and he didn't deserve that. And that's happened to him a couple of times tonight. And there's that 4 frames I think Pete needed to avoid.
Yeah. For me now, he needs to win 3-1 in the next 4 frames now.
Yeah,
I think you'd take 3-1. You'd love to win 4-0. But he can't.
The problem is Ewan gets 2 breaks, doesn't he?
But if he gets anything worse than 3-1 here in the next set of 4 frames, he's in big trouble. I won't say he can't win because he's the top boys out there, but it's tough to win.
He'll know that now. But it's a funny old game. He didn't want a dry break though if he has.
No. And then look at these reds.
Look at them reds. They're basically saying, pop me. Yeah, this
makes it look effortless at times.
Well, I assume the red over the middle bags is the last ball chunk, so we can get on the black.
Yeah.
Because, mind you, I think that black flies past that yellow to the right hand bag, doesn't it? It looks like it. I mean, the camera's a bit funny angle, but I think it must fly in. Careless, but he's got the middle one to bail him out.
Yeah.
Just don't want to try and be too clever with the white.
Thing is, he'll know that he's
just nudged that yellow out of the way, which has created the right angle for him to run round the back of that other yellow and leave him on that bag. He's absolutely insane when he's like this. I genuinely believe he moved that yellow on purpose to create that. It's entertainment. You can't knock that, that's for sure.
No, and he's just like a box of tricks, isn't he? He just when he's getting down and in that type of flow, he's great to watch.
It's a joy to watch. And then you have he's Jekyll and Hyde. It's as simple as that.
But I know, like, from hearing him early doors, he walks around telling himself off, saying, "Oh, why have I made this hard work?" And God, I've made them more hard work than there should have been. And well, that's what he does. He plays off the cuff, doesn't he? And when somebody else, you watch somebody else, we've had loads of games on stream. You think, "Oh, they're in trouble now," and not Ewan. Not Ewan. I'll just do this and that yellow out of the way, like you say.
That was against Dinsdale's break as well, Although I think Ewan's gone dry here. Right then, Dino.
I mean, again, red's here. Needs to check these out in one visit.
He needs to respond.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
I think he'll be thinking, just get these here, just get these reds. A little bit of positional work. I mean, his hardest ball is the one next to the yellow near where he's queuing, and he's finished.
Perfect. Oh no!
Ran on a bit.
Yeah, it has. Odegaard's baiting. He's right though. He is absolutely right. It's great to be back on the stream. I think this is only the second game I've done since we've been back. So we do need to get the subscribers up. We do need to get them clicks going again. That's a great shot.
Cracker.
What a shot that is. And this is why, because we want to be able to bring you this sort of stuff, don't we? We want the people to be able to see this. These are good. I mean, these aren't pros, but they're very good. It's entertaining.
I'd watch him if they was on TV. You know, I mean,
Well, we've had players here that have come and challenged, like Hassan, who played on TV.
Yeah.
And Clarkey...
cancelled on Clarkey and then played on TV.
Clarkey sent him away with flea in his ear, but I'm sure that a rematch will happen at some point.
So he's going to have to put this down the bottom right. Does it go in that middle? Does it fly in that middle? Is it?
I think it goes in the middle. I think it's camera angle again for us, Chunk. It's sometimes a bit deceiving.
It is, mate, yeah.
But I'm not sure what he's doing now, because I'm not sure that red in the middle of the table on the blue spot passes that yellow. But again, the camera angle could be...
This red nearest the left and the middle goes down in this corner, though.
Yep, that's true.
Does he stun into the yellow, or does he just
play
into the gap? He's played into the gap.
He's missed it.
And he's missed the...
No, there isn't. He started the white passes the black to that yellow. Yeah, I mean Phil's on about it. He's going to sort this camera out because he's not happy with it, and it's great to watch, but it's sometimes a bit hard to call the shots, isn't it?
Yeah.
It sometimes can be a little bit deceiving.
I'll tell you what though, if he's some finish if he gets these, just the 4 balls on the cushion. Well, they're not on the cushion, but
it's whether that yellow passes the red, which again is playing on it, so it would indicate that it does. Oh well, that's just as good. Second prize. Yeah, I'll let you tell us when that is done, because I'll be honest with you, I know it's happening, but I don't know when or pot or anything. Steeper versus Newler for Mull.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently so.
Wow.
Be a good game.
Yeah. I shall be going to watch Steeps on Saturday. Steeps, hopefully, Steeps smashes Mr. Fisher up, and then
there's a few Grimsby boys on the travels on there.
Yeah, and then we're going to go by
unlucky.
And catch Foden, hopefully win as well.
Yeah, and then you've got young Denty in York.
Oh yeah, he's
against
playing.
Myerscroft. I don't know if he's got anybody going with him.
Yeah.
I don't know if young Denty's got anybody going with him, but we certainly wish him the best of luck in it. Not an enormous pot. And you can just see Foden off to the left there and his mental trainers practicing now with Connor. So he's certainly putting the table time in ready for Mr. Major. Ouch.
Is that... I don't know. Is that the score?
What?
13-8?
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was 13.
Yeah, no it was, yeah. And if I'm honest with you, Chunk, you might about to see 14.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say Dinny can't win from here because he's a class player.
Yeah, we will. We'll never.
He's in trouble. Yeah.
We'll not forget about that, Mr. Steele. That's for sure, because that needs to happen. I'm not sure you did not want to be on the.
Yeah, he wanted to be the top one.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, I think he's having to reroute here. Maybe not with so much trouble.
Well, I think his sat-nav's working at the minute, mate.
Well,
I think
yeah,
it's doing some miles, but it's working.
I'm not sure. Does he like that? He don't like that in the middle, Chunk. Does he play for the yellow and hide behind the other one?
Play the double and get the that ball out. That's what I'd do. Play the double on the top one.
No, he's going for it.
Just clipping him and then playing the double on the other one. Oh,
Wow,
wow. Some shot
wow.
toward that from that angle.
Crazy. Guy's crazy.
I mean, I didn't even think that was possible to hold it that good. Scary.
I mean,
Scary.
I'll be honest with you, right? I mean, I'm not saying that Dinsdale's lost this match, but Ewan plays like this against pretty much anybody in the comp. How do you contain him? I know Dinsdale's give a few away, and he's had a bit of bad run, and he has had some awful run in this game. But you look at some of the stuff Ewan can do, and you think, "Whoa, scary." But this is game one. You're going to see a lot of good pool like this, probably better. You know what I mean? Let's not get carried away too early. There's going to be some unreal pool. Has the grade 3 Calcutta finished or it's done?
I think there's a couple of players left. I've gone on 6%. I'm not. I'm off on it.
There's some charges in here. Though. I'm sure Phil set up so we've got charges in here.
Has he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I'm sure he did. He told me about that. He said I've set it up so you don't have to mess about with stuff. All your charges are in place. Oh, he thinks of everything. The Viking.
What a man.
Guy's a legend.
What a man. What a man. What a man.
Well, there's one of them.
Yeah, that's the. Oh, there won't be an iPhone one rigged up because he calls me a peasant all the time, probably. An iPhone.
Yeah, because Apple have never made any money off iPhones, have they?
No.
Oh, Pete, it's all going wrong now. Oh, heck.
Is that dry?
Well, I don't think it was dry. Because
What,
it
you're missing
was
that
his
ball?
break and the ball is misses. Oh. It's like, I suppose, when it's going against you and you play your opponent's doing stuff like what Ewan is, you just start to fall into this big horrible hole, don't you?
Meanwhile, I've
I don't know where Ewan's gone like.
had a quick glance across at the other table there, and Andre's just played one of the best positional shots I've seen.
He's no mug though, is he? I mean,
Good
I
player,
think
good
Ross should have had a break at 7-3 personally, but
Yeah.
that's just my view. Let's see if he gets his second shot right though, because he could snooker himself. Oh, I've missed the pot.
Wow. Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
Well, I don't know where Ewan's gone. He's definitely not gone for a cigarette.
I'd be claiming friends here.
Well,
I'm only joking. I won't be.
well, I would.
You can't walk off mid-frame.
No, but you can't. You know? Do you know that it's a rule in darts that you can't do that during the?
Really?
No, you can't.
Oh, look at this from Oslo.
If you've started the
A leg.
yeah, you started the leg off, or the opponent has, and you are bursting, you've got to finish that leg. And I'll tell you what, I've had to do it a few times, and when you're bursting for a P and needing throwing darts, it's not easy, mate. It's no cup of tea, let me tell you that.
I can't even. Oh, he's there. Look, you can see his little legs poking out.
So yeah, there could be an argument for that junk. But I've seen it in snooker though. But snooker's different, isn't it? Because some of them frames can last like an hour and a half. You can't make someone wait an hour and a half.
No.
Be funny though, wouldn't it?
Would be funny just to see someone squinting like mad.
I mean, sure. Baines just said that red killed off.
Hey up, Curly. Talking to killed off, Curly is in the building.
Hang on here, what's gone off here, right? So Ewan's opted to take reds, played an absolutely audacious. Well, he took the reds, then played a full, no, not a full length, but a 3/4 length of the table skill shot and completely nosed it up and put Dinsdale back in. I think that's what's happened.
Yeah. That is what happened.
Which is absolutely nuts.
I don't think he needed to play that.
He's mad. The bear must be kicking in though because he's getting louder.
Yeah.
I can hear him through the
the
wall.
Yeah.
I can't believe he just played that skill shot. The nutter. Well, let's hope Denny punishes him for it. As a bit of a lift, you know. Oh, heck. Does that yellow go past the red? I don't think so. Yeah.
Just has some rat on luck to me.
It's hard to describe, really. You must be stood there absolutely being, he's buzzing.
Yeah. Thing is, what I'll give you, and he's quite honest about stuff after games.
Oh, he'll say that.
He'll say you've had no luck, or
Yeah.
1,000,000%. He's very good when it comes to that kind of thing. Ewan actually, he's just on it.
He played.
Too honest.
He played Cammy. Quite a while back in Q. Lost 15-14.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Watched it back. Bearing in mind he'd lost the game anyway. Watched it back and said in frame 27 he fouled and neither of us picked up on it. He just had to ring him to tell him that it happened because it was playing on his mind. What is that all about? He lost the game anyway.
And I'll be shocked if he loses this game, because that now is 15-8 and the old writing's on the wall. I think he's playing too good, Ewan.
Yeah.
And it's a mixture of Ewan playing good and Pete not getting a lot of run.
Yeah.
And it's a bad mixture.
I mean, let's be honest with you. It's not been a break this fest.
No.
By any stretch of imagination, which these guys are capable of. But what's happening is Ewan's getting 2 bites at every cherry and he's eating as much as he wants.
Yeah, and usually we'd be sat here saying that player can't, the one who's losing can't carry on playing like that, can't keep giving him. But he's been so unlucky, hasn't he? I mean, he really has been unlucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's gradually got worse. His luck has got worse. I think before,
Well, what I think tends to happen is your sort of luck or run continues to become bad. The player that you're playing gains more confidence because they're just winning frame after frame, and all of a sudden, where it could be a bit tight or a bit needle-ish, Ewan's not missing out now because he's like so far in front. He can throw his arm at everything. And even if he lost 2 frames, it'd mean nothing now.
See, this is what we said earlier, the big gaps now hurting, didn't he? Whereas it wasn't before 10, double figures, it wasn't.
No.
And he'll feel, I mean, we've been there as poor players as well. When you're not playing great, it's not well, it's not that he's not playing great.
It's horrible, isn't it?
It's horrible when nothing's happening for you. You just, because you start questioning everything, don't you? You start like, is it, what am I doing wrong?
He's just had a little go there to try and pop him open, and he's not been left out. And the Reds aren't they're not there to be mopped up, but.
That frame I said on the other table, what's being streamed, Andre played that shot, best position shot, one of the best.
Is that frame still being played?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. And I don't actually know how Ross has missed that, Red. When he went to pot it, I think.
He's having a hard night at the office, and Andre is just doing his business, isn't he?
Yeah.
Andre's been apart a long time. The thing with Andre is one of them that don't really get phased, does he?
No.
Win or lose, he'll just play pool.
He's in it for the beer mostly, Andre. I'd have thought he'll not be at work tomorrow and he'll have quite a few shanders, I'd have thought.
He might not need to. He's only 5 frames away now. But that don't mean nought. Look at Conor Craig last Saturday. Sensational.
Oh yeah, dug in so well, didn't he? I mean, very good.
This is what I mean about you and just throwing his arm at stuff now. A little bit.
Yeah, he's 100% doing that now, isn't he? And fair play to him.
And he can afford
he's
to.
got a licence to.
What on earth? He lives on a different planet to me.
That is mental, that show on it.
But again, Dinsdale plays that, he gets no look and it all goes wrong for him.
Yeah, White goes in off or something, yeah.
Tonight, Ewan's playing it and it's just like, looks like he's a genius, but,
He's found the gap, look. Cracking shot, found that gap.
So Andre is 10-4 up currently, down to 15. And we don't know about Glads. Last time I looked, it was 4-all.
And meanwhile,
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Is
Well, they've been having a break every 8 frames, but I just think you know got on with it now. What's the point?
crazy. And that
But with that said, I'm
free
going to have a
frame
pee.
grab has turned into.
Well, it's just
I don't go now,
it's just
yeah,
became
isn't it?
it's become a bit of a drumming on it. Bless him. But I'm off for a pee.
Playing some good stuff, Ewan, now, guys, isn't he? Some real good stuff. Well, the good news for me is I might be home at a reasonable time. I didn't think this was going to happen. I thought we was looking at about 10:30. To the toilet myself.
mentally insane, that bloke. I'm talking about you. Right. Well, that should be certainly the last cigarette break we see tonight. Unless we see a raging 8-frame something out. But, I mean, to be fair to Pete, he's nice and calm and relaxed out there. I mean, a lot of players grumble about the run and the look that they haven't had. He's taking it all in his stride, which I think that's class, to be fair. I think he's a bit awkward on this. That could be a good recovery. I mean, he's got a hell of a lot of work to do, Scott, on the yellow, but I think he's just throwing his cue at him now, to be honest with you. I'm not saying that he's give up by any stretch of imagination, but I think at this stage, put your arm through a few balls and see what happens. Although that's a conservative safety shot. The problem is he's letting Ewan back to the table and he can find a really good hiding place. I mean, he might be able to cut that in, but if Ewan wants to see this out in the next 2 frames, probably just wants to play sensible pull and get the job done. Crikey, it's not very often you see him debate a shot this long. But I think he knows each shot now gets him that look. Well, I'm assuming he's clipped to the red there. Must have. Both players are happy with it. I did have one eye cast onto the Andre and Ross game, in all fairness. And there is viewers on that as well, to be fair. It's all go tonight. There's been Calcutta for the grade 3 comp. There's obviously this Grimsby 1 comp that started, and you've got Steve Metcalf's comp, and there's people watching all over the place. Well, we could see Ewan going on the hill. Oh, I wouldn't say that's the best. Oh, he never tripped up then. Wow, that popped out and went back in again. Now you got to use your loaf, kid. Or just do that. Whatever you decide to do is fine, Ewan. Now then, Peter. This will test your mettle. He's had a go. He's had a go at it, Annie, and maybe he didn't feel there was a safety there. And we are one decent black away from you and being on the hill. Oh, now then! Now then. Ewan's just keeping the crowd
What's that black
entertained.
about?
A bit naughty. Not very good.
Sorry, son. This is like musical chairs, like a real bad version, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a chance that Dino never expected, but
Well, he needs any chance he can get in it.
yeah, just something to ignite.
I think I had a word with him when I went out
Perfect.
there. I'll say I had a word with him. I had to talk to him about what's going on. And he just said mixture of missing vital balls, then Ewan's clearing up and getting a bit unlucky. He said, but more, he said he feels like he's not played well enough anyway. He doesn't deserve to be in the game. That's what he said. So
Yeah, I said when I come back in here, Dino looks very relaxed and very calm about the whole situation. You just write it off as one bad game.
you'll be hard pushed to get him away from that. It takes a lot to upset Dino,
Yeah.
to be fair. A lot. 7-all, Aussie.
Really?
Lads just took a right finish out to go 7-all as well. It was as naughty as you've seen on here, which is saying something. I just said to you, and I said, he missed that red in the corner bag, and I said to him, that's the first ball he missed in about 8 frames, and he went, I'm playing absolutely rubbish. Yeah, of course you are, Ewan, yeah.
Just drop this in Ross and hold.
What's he thinking about?
No. Don't dig. I mean, he should be okay, but he had no reason to do that at all.
He's odds on to miss this to the top, Ross.
He's not chipping it in the middle?
He's 2 to 5 to miss this to the top.
I know we're talking about a game the viewers aren't watching, but that's
I told you 2 to 5. It's crazy. Because he was trying to put top on the white. Right, just drop it in.
I don't know. I was digging down on that red at all. Drop. Anyway, back to this.
Yeah. So he's
Dino at the table.
I'm not saying he's not a lifeline yet, but silly for him to give away that from Ewan. Should never ever miss. That means he's, for me, that black in the middle. Ewan's. I'm not saying he's not in the building, but he's definitely switched off.
Oh, Dino.
No. Ewan.
Well,
that black in the middle. I think he just switched off a bit. He's already won in his. Eyes.
I mean, the gap's astronomical. So,
yeah, I mean, I would be thinking that as well. I mean, there'd be a lot.
But
of
he's still got to get his job done, And I think,
Hello, Patch. All right. What did you go for on the Calcutta, mate? Poor sod whoever bought you.
Is he in the grade 3?
He is, yeah. Got a chance if he.
I think he has played in that grade 2 one of mine the other week, didn't he?
Yeah, got a chance if he plays. He's got to play well though, because there's still some good sticks in there.
There's 1 or 2 in it, yeah, there is.
I said that. I mean, I don't even when I'm playing like Leighton and Charlie and that now. I don't treat them as I'm playing a kid. I don't treat them as I'm playing anybody because they can play.
Yeah.
I mean, Leighton when he's going for a finish, wow, class little player.
Well, another one to Dino then, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, it's far from overly, but it's a hell of an uphill task. But yeah, absolutely, you shouldn't write off or rule anybody out.
Yeah, we're not really writing him off, but I mean, you've got to think about who he's playing. He's playing you and who's won frame after frame after frame after frame. Just and that's why he's one of the hardest players to beat, but he's got in front of you.
Yeah.
Because pegging back somebody who's that positive.
Yeah, in his head.
And
In his head, psychologically, he knows he'll get 2 chances.
Yeah. Yeah. And at some point, he's going to break condition. Yeah.
Well, if he don't break condition, he'll take. That's a little bit more, but he'll find that. I mean, I don't know why he paused. I think he'll just roll that straight into the bottom bag.
He'll just be confident. This is what he said.
It's hard, though, isn't it? When you just, yeah.
He said he's not potted one ball where he's been a bit.
He's going to the middle. He's going to the middle chunk. Favours the middle, I think. Yeah, he's nailed that. I paused just for the
said, just before he took that, I nearly said there's no win off here. But he hit that red so thin it nearly went in off, didn't it?
Well, that's 2 on the bounce. He went for a tenner.
Who did?
Patch.
Patch went for a tenner. Oh, wow.
That's nuts. But I do these calculators. When people don't know them, honestly,
what I will say is don't be embarrassed about going for that much, because it's better to go for that much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Under the radar.
I was absolutely fuming that I went for 70 notes the other night. I mean, I was absolutely fuming.
I thought you went for 80.
I was livid.
You do, don't you? You think you can get under the radar, don't you? Not
well,
just
Tom
you,
Scott
just
did.
mean anyone, yeah.
Went for 45 quid. And Collins went for 30, and I just thought, taking the piss.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you noticed there, he gave them a bit more of a whack than he has done all night.
Well, these reds are nice. The yellows are a bit awkward.
He has to run through a couple of inches on this one next to the black, though, if he's taking that one first. Does go in that corner, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it flies past that yellow. And, you know, I know we say, like, he's going to struggle to win from here, and, you know, a little bit it feels like the shackles are off here from Pete. He's thinking...
Well, that's when it makes... Look what happened the other day with Carl Jones.
Yeah.
Against Greeny. 8-2 down, race to 10.
I mean, he was on
Game over.
Fire.
And all of a sudden, he started breaking like an absolute beast.
If he didn't clip that black in, I mean, God knows what... I mean, we could have been saying unlucky to Greeny.
He didn't want that, though. Dino just pushed the red saved next to the yellow. That it sort of puts Ewan, for me, in contention for this frame.
Yeah, it's a bad shot, that. I mean, good luck trying to get an angle to get that ball out.
Yeah, especially with the 3 reds he's left. That's the problem. He's got no reds at this end of the table. So, he didn't want that at all. I think Ewan goes to just develop his yellows here.
That's all they need to do, to be fair.
With a hint of safety in mind. Well,
it's an half decent white, but I struggle to see where he.
Well, I think he can play the plant.
Where he
He wanted to straight away, but he didn't. He's playing.
I mean, he's a little bit fortunate that he's got that ball over the back there to plant this onto, but
Yeah, I'm just looking at the yellow on the right hand side as we look at it on the screen. I'm just wondering where he's going with that or what he's going to do with it.
I'm thinking Ewan said he's getting it out now.
That's what I'm thinking, and he missed it.
Coming back for it.
But he's got a couple more bites at the cherry, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a bit of time to play with to get it out.
He's going for it, isn't? Oh, he's playing
Oh,
safety.
wow.
He's playing snake.
Ewan Robertson, ladies and gentlemen. Ewan Robertson has played about 4 snookers in the game.
Tell
Fair
you
play.
what.
That says to me he's back in the room again after that.
Well, it shows intent, doesn't it?
Fair play to him.
I mean, like I say, I think Greeny's obviously watching this. I don't think Ewan played one safety last Monday against Greeny at any stage. So he's played a few tonight. It's good to get out. He's got out that well though.
Yeah, I mean that's about as good as you're going to get, I think. Without...
I think Ewan gave him a table tap. I think, yeah, he did. Good acknowledgement there.
So he's coming off the side cushion, just touching that one on the bottom rail, and then Pete's in a bit of trouble. Wow, what a shot that is.
Yeah, they're angles, don't they? These boys. That's for sure.
That's definitely totaled. I mean,
There's no debate there, surely. It's too close to the yellow not to be.
just hit it, he'd be thinking here, just hit this.
We certainly
He
don't
gives
want, you
two
don't want to
away,
give him
does-
ball in hand, yeah, that's for sure, yeah, you're right, Chunk. He's got a big target, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's one of them. We could.
Going off.
Oh,
We'll get away with it.
And he deserves that.
Yeah.
He deserves that
Yeah.
to stay out for me. He really does.
Yeah. The only thing is, Ewan's got a couple of balls he can hide behind, but
I'll tell you what, though,
he's got to be good.
His heart would have been in his mouth there. Ridiculous.
That's an excellent shot. What a shot that is.
He's playing some good safety, is you, and it's, you know.
Well, I assume some of Paulie's Mark Drury, and I would echo what you said there, Mark, to be fair.
I think with these boys, you know, like Ewan and other players, they're just
Oh, well, now then. I don't know why he's put his hand up, because...
to get out of a snooker and snooker someone. I won't put my hand up, would you?
No, and he did it. That's an excellent shot.
I think Ewan's got to do something good here. Otherwise, he loses the frame, I think.
That's an excellent shot, that. Fair play to Dino if he's putting his hand up because he said he didn't mean to get the snooker back, but you've got to give him credit there, haven't you?
Has he missed all
I
that?
have no idea.
Wow.
But I'll tell you what, the rut has not been stopped, and you're about to see 16-11. 3 on the bounce.
Yeah, I'm just having a little look, actually. I don't know whether they are a little... He should be getting these, but a little bit awkward, because they're not right. When I first looked, I thought they're right. They're 2 on each side.
Yeah.
Or over the middle, when they're not. He needs to make sure he's got a good white ball here. See, this is why he's taking this one first. Because he needs to get... Even if he don't pot this...
Yeah, I think he needs to work up the table and back down the table.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would clip one in the middle. I think he's so worried. The reason why he's taking his time here is because he's so worried about leaving a bad white ball here. Because if he leaves a bad white ball, he's second favourite for the frame again, isn't he? Because them two are not easy off one to get onto the other, are they?
No.
And then to get on the one. See, that's why he's not... Good shot.
Yep.
Good shot. That's
Clever.
why he's not potted it. That's just knowledge, that shot.
Yeah, if the Mexies go now, he's done everything right.
Yeah. See, the thing now, if you don't, he can come round this over red now, and
Yeah.
it goes to the top bag, and he hasn't got to play on another ball down that end. I'm not sure what. Surely he just plays for the middle here. But man, it's not. Yeah, so he's a good shot here though, because I reckon
Yeah, I
he's
was
dead
going to
straight
say,
on.
I'm not sure
And that red
what's the
doesn't go in
best.
this bottom right, does it? Yeah, I don't think that's the best either.
I thought it'd come up this end and then works his way backwards. But let's see if he gets some first, you know. He don't like it, chum.
No, he doesn't like it at all. I mean, I'm going to say he's in a bit of trouble here. Because he's got to force this red and get position.
That's where you get your plop outs on this.
I just see that one a minute ago, what you potted in the middle.
And then it went back in.
Yeah. I'm not. Now I'm off back
That
in.
much spin, it went back in again. Crazy, yeah.
I don't know what.
Ants on a postcard.
Yeah. I think he should just sort of played the shot, then he had I don't know what he thought. Does it? Has he had a little glance to see if he can play it off a yellow here?
Well,
The yellow just below. No, I don't think that's even on.
but
But
it's just that.
this is what he said he was doing wrong. You know, doing exactly this. So we did try the shot.
Well, he's in a world of pain now.
Yeah, he's in big trouble here. Big trouble. Not quite Dan Green big trouble. Against Kirky. Oh my god. What a shot that is.
I didn't see
He
it.
swerved it. What a shot that is.
I think the only problem he's got is...
That's a great shot.
Yeah. It's one for the highlight reels. I just don't know if it's going to save him in the frame.
What a great shot, but you're going to lose the frame.
Well, this is where it could go wrong if it does go wrong, but I fancy him to cue this real nice.
Softly, softly. I thought he was going to at least pump that one in.
Black must pass the red.
It certainly does.
Flies.
He's probably played for a double here, knowing you.
He's on the hill.
He's on the hill, and that is a bit of a sucker punch for Dinny, that, because he should have won that frame all ends up.
Yeah.
Should have won that frame all
We've
ends
said
up.
that a few times now, Chunk, haven't we? That's the problem.
He'll be fuming. He'll be fuming. He's let that one go, that's for sure. I feel like this could be the end right now.
Well, a good break would inevitably be very difficult to come back from.
Yeah.
Be nice finish with a break dish, and they've not gone the best, mate, has they?
No, for the...
Well, that red and yellow's gross for starters.
I think if he... Sort of where that red is...
I was just going to ask you, does the red on the knuckle drop in?
Yeah, that's
A bit more generous on Supremes, aren't they?
Yeah. So if he just drops that in...
Creates the angle.
He's got the angle to spin across here. It's a bit dangerous towards the back, but he's 7 frames up.
Yeah, I don't think that...
To be fair, if he was a frame up, we'd be still taking that opportunity, I think. Oh, he's playing the plant.
We've got a little hello from Pato. Hope them boys are cleaning up tonight.
Yeah, you've both done well.
Charlie's gone as well, 3 of them.
Charlie boy.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's
He's potted a red as well.
Let's
He's
have a
potted
whack. Oh
He's
my
part of red.
God! How's your? I don't want to say how's your luck because he had an immense amount of luck, but I don't know if he's got a direct pot on him. And he might just drop that red into the middle.
I can feel Dinny laughing to himself now.
Oh,
What can you do? You have to laugh, don't you?
I didn't know that passed. It doesn't like it passed to me, but can he get into it now?
Not off that ball, I wouldn't say.
The
He
white,
probably will.
the white will come out if he does. Red will come out if he does. Oh, he hasn't.
I told you, I'm glad I was right that one.
Well, he's just going for it now, and Dinsdale wins this frame now for me.
Oh, he's not. He's flicking off the ball. But yeah, he's Gus' favourite again now, doesn't he?
He's asking the question though. But yeah, I for me, yellows win this frame from here. And there's been a surge in the Ross Milson Andre game. Just cast my eye over it. All of a sudden, it's 10-7.
Should be it probably, what is it?
Oh no!
Should be like
Look at the angle he's left to get
9-8
into
or
the
something
red
that game.
junk. All right, granted, it's going to take an unbelievable pot, but would you put it past him?
No, I don't even want to say you can't get this because I'll be stupidly wrong.
His natural angle has been left.
Well, he's played it off the red as well. How cheeky! And he nearly got the other one.
It's filthy. Not right. I mean, the black's a bit in trouble. Right, Dino, come on then. Take control of the frame.
I don't think I like that shot.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is.
It's almost played a nothing shot for me there.
I think Dawson's winning. I didn't press the video because I don't know what it'll do.
Good recovery.
Not bad. I think it's an easy out. He's looking for a pot.
9 cushion escape, knowing you in.
Just play sensible pull, you, and it's not a race. Well, it is a race.
Well, it's just flicking off the back cushion, is it?
Yeah, I think that's the shot. He might
potting
get,
it,
he
probably
might,
clear
well, he
up,
might get lucky, but no. I don't know who got Dino in the Calcut, you know.
I didn't think he went for that much, to be honest. I don't think so.
He bought himself. I remember now.
Did he?
Yeah. I think he bought for about
130.
130, yeah, something like that. And he bought it himself. There was a couple bidding on him, and as soon as he dropped in for himself, they backed away, which I don't mind that.
Played the right shot there. Again, he could have fell a bit kinder.
I'm pleased Danny Onigol's keeping tabs on everything.
Yeah.
Here we go then. Safety. Is there a gap chunk? Between the yellow and the black.
I think the way his luck's gone tonight, there'll be a gap. But it'll soon tell us.
Well, I think you can pot that directly anyway. I don't even know why we're talking about the gap. Playing a little bit of sway, but I don't think he needs a lot. Oh, wait, what's gone off here then?
He's obviously couldn't get to the ball direct. He just, how's there both balls landed there like that? It's just crazy.
And that yellow awkward, and that white
Yeah.
awkward as you can imagine on.
See, like, I mean, I caught sort of in his face as well, just a little smile, that wry smile on his face, thinking, why have I got
The
to
thing
play
is,
this shot?
don't get me wrong, Ewan's played some good stuff tonight. He has at times, really good stuff. But he ain't going to get... Oh, that's a great shot. He ain't going to get away with that sort of stuff all the way through this comp. Because it won't happen.
Yeah, I think Dinny got a bit lucky there, because, obviously, I think he played the plant there for that one along the rail.
Well, you know, if he did, then so be it. But it's turned out to be a cracking shot.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if the outside red to the right cushion
Does go.
isn't as bad as it looks on camera, and maybe with a little swerve, he's having a look. No. Well, is Skilly in the black to win the game?
I think he gets this as well. I think he gets this. Oh, he's called that middle. Oh my good God. And he's got the other middle. Wow. What wow.
That would have been outrageous.
Yeah.
To be fair.
He called the left middle.
Yeah, he called the wrong bag. But
Alright, he's fouled.
Oh, he's fouled, yeah, because yellow at him.
Yeah,
didn't sex these out now. No question about that. But he's just mental, isn't he? I mean, perhaps he wasn't quite happy with the white ball to go for the Skilly, you know. Do you think if he'd have been more straight on it, he'd have gone for it?
Yeah, I think he would have 100% gone for it. Good Kiwis. He's the type of person who plays them soft screw shots really well, I think. Oh, a little wobble.
I'll do.
17-11, he's hanging in there.
Whoa. Sweatbox in here. And there's a drink.
Wow, I thought it was...
Let's grab one. Alright, John.
I'm okay, thanks, mate.
That's how we get back, might have a little bit.
Yeah.
Ten 7, Gladden.
10-7 to Gladden?
Yeah.
Ah, wow.
Kicked on a bit. Obviously, everyone can see Andre and Russ's score.
These reds look nice. Just this one down the bottom to get on. It's obviously up in the left corner. But it doesn't look like it goes in. He's got to play the top one of those two here. You can see adjacent to each other.
Yeah.
And run into the yellow. That's the shot he has to play for me. Or just play the fountain. If that goes past the one on the just off the rail, he'll play that one first. Obviously can't do. Is he going to screw into the gallery or is he just going to screw past it?
We're certainly digging into the ball.
Yeah, nice little angle this as well.
Just got to get it right now, John, can he?
Yeah, he just needs to finish a nice area here. Anywhere between that yellow and black on the left hand side of the table. would be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, absolutely.
This is what
so.
separates this level of player to, well, I mean, obviously apart from all the other bits and bobs, but for the average player, negotiating this positional shot isn't easy. But
I'll reckon in a bit, are we?
I don't know why though. We haven't done anything with the mics.
Yeah, just yeah.
Maybe his mic's too close together, perhaps. John, what's he doing here then?
He's in a bit of bother, mate. I think. I was going to play a naughty clip to the middle.
Well, does the red first of all pass that yellow if you cut it back? And if it does, which, well,
I think he's doubling or trebling this back. Oh wow.
wow.
Jesus. Oh wow, to going off as well.
And that is,
That's all she wrote.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, if he misses these, I'd be shocked.
oh, what a legend. They need to order another drink, don't they? Game over.
Yeah, and fair play to Ewan. He's played the right way at the right times. It's irrelevant whether. Oh,
Hang on.
Hang on, I'm talking like he's won.
Hang on a minute.
Twice I've done that now. I mean, what's happening here? I mean, he'll quadruple this somewhere. That's for me, where it's the only thing he ever does like wrong, consistently wrong.
You lose a
Is-
cue ball.
Yeah, but he's so good at potting, and that's not a criticism. I just at all because I'm not, like I say, I won't really.
It's not a bad recovery.
I mean, that's what he's been in this game. To be fair to him, his recovery and his
Safety's been good
safety's
tonight,
been
hasn't it?
excellent. Phil, I hope you haven't answered me message because my phone's just died.
Software issue. That was doing the mics. Yeah, didn't know it was going to be in a bit of trouble here.
Obviously, want touching. That's a good little shot. I think
It's not bad, you know. I don't think.
He's snookered him, but it's just an easy get out, and there's no positive. Pete can play. I mean,
Yeah,
you was just trying to put him in a lot of trouble here,
yeah,
isn't he?
this
Just
is
trying to
this is complete
little
survival
fin
mode.
snick. Yeah, he just tried to play the little fin snick there where he goes up the table with the right, but
I'll tell you what, I think I might be able to get a good safety here.
yeah, well, I flick this out and leave him. If you can flick this out and leave him,
Tight on that yellow.
yeah, where the where the red is.
Playing it the other way. Now he's in trouble.
Yeah,
You will
he's
put that
not, he's
one
not
in
really
there.
flicked out either, is he?
And if anything, he's made the plan. Perfect. If Ewan gets two, or ball in hand.
Andre just looking like he's going to kick on a bit. Any other game? Oh wow, surely not.
Did he attempt that in the middle and miss? Did I just miss that then? 'Cause I was reading the comment.
I think he played some kind of cock tack or safe. Well, he's played safe and he's got the white there, I think.
Yeah, well, if that's a total, don't know could get him in a bit of trouble here.
Andre's 12-7 up against Ross Milson
He's
on the other
kicked
stream.
again, hasn't he?
Just won the last two and said, no, you're not getting
Yeah,
back.
he's kicked on a bit.
That's a good shot though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Very good. Because he wasn't totaled there.
Oh, was he not?
No. That's why he played a bit harder, I think.
Yeah, I'd give it a minute ago. It was 10-7.
It was 10-7 to Gladden, mate, at one point. I'm pretty sure he was like 6'4" down.
Oh, lovely, Jacko. Someone's clearly got hold of Jacko's phone.
Yeah.
Well, he ain't totaled. So,
Just flick off it and find the bottom cushion.
yeah, I think he's got 20. Because the yellows have gone absolutely peaked on.
Yeah, that's why he can play that shot. If he just finds the bottom cushion here. Yeah, that was about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, that. Adds.
There's your shot, chunk.
Yeah, I think he wouldn't have wanted to leave him this one in the middle, though.
You're straight down to it.
So that's the problem, innit? It's...
That red might have come to his safe.
Ewan's actually been unlucky there, I think, for me.
Well, yeah.
Just keeps playing the right shot, though, doesn't he? He's keeping him at arm's
I don't
length.
think
Doesn't
that
he?
white goes behind that yellow, dear.
Yeah, that might be worth a shot.
I'm just.
Yeah, I quite like that shot. If it does go past, it's tight, that, innit?
It's hard to see in here.
Won't fit both of us past there, but maybe if we moved in a little bit, or not after a lounge burger.
Yep, Jagger's clearly got hold of Jacko's phone.
And Snooks. He was in here.
Oh, he's caught the yellow.
He was in here the other night playing Adam Metcalf, and he was giving me a bit of stick from the other table, but he was drunk, Jagger. So I said to him, "You're Bob," and I said, "Yeah, dog, who?" And he come over later. I said, "All right, Jag. No, I'm not talking to you. Why? Because you called me dog poo and said I'm Bob." He's absolutely hammered. He was. Here we go then, Ewan.
Yeah,
This is definitely the end.
I think the white probably did go past that yellow, but you know,
Hello.
you're gonna finish with a showpiece black.
Yes. Well done to Ewan.
No.
Wow.
Commentator's case on shot, but I mean, Christ, he's got some work to do here. Oh heck, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's not nice, is it? This at all. Well, hold your horses. I am sorry, Ewan. You know.
Yeah, I don't know what is he playing the double? He's just going to go for it, isn't he? Oh, hang on. Is it a good safety? Is it?
No, it's just
not
a little
enough.
tapping. So he is going to get over the line. Well done to Ewan. Thanks for everyone tuning in.
Ewan makes the quarterfinals, so we move on.
Yeah.
But thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chunky.
Yeah.
And we'll
Steady. Well
carry
done.
on marching on.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Much appreciated for tuning in, as always. Hard lines to Pete. Well done to Ewan. Hopefully he goes on and does some damage in this now. I'd like to see that.